Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are live. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. As you can see, we are doing a little bit something different tonight. We are playing a one shot within the Sagas system made by our game master tonight, OKSDM. Hello, why don't you? Yeah, why don't you take it away and tell us a little bit about yourself and everything?
Sure. Hi, I'm Dennis. You can find me at okayest underscore DM pretty much anywhere that allows underscores in the username. If not, I managed to snag the okayest DM before anybody else got it. But, sorry, snag okayest DM. There's no the in there. Um, Most of my stuff is on other people's channels, but the second next place to look at my stuff is over on YouTube at OKSDM, where I make mistakes running games so you don't have to. Um, I have lately been designing and producing and publishing this game, Sagas, which is an acronym for Setting and Genre Agnostic System. It's super easy. Like 5-year-olds have built characters on their own using this game. In fact, they were some of the best characters that I've seen. Someone made an ice dragon boy in a My Hero Academia game, and it was beautiful. It was so
That
well made.
That's
um,
rad. Oh,
so
love
you can
that.
do literally anything. We got our the Kickstarter was successful in February. So we've got our funding. We are noses to the grindstone again for editing, and soon we're going to be handing it off to our artists to make it as pretty as possible. You can get the beta still right now for free on DriveThruRPG if you just search Saga's beta playtest. Um, we are playing not that version, but a slightly newer one. If you want access to that, let me know if you're running a game, and I'll happily send it to you. We are also going to be playing in a setting that is going to be a supplement published for Sagas shortly after the core rulebook. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But the setting is called Grimm, and it is the Great Mouse Detective, the Disney movie, meets Peaky Blinders, the Netflix show. So think critters, mice, inside a the walls of a bookstore. This super high society life that they live, while outside a gang war rages between bees and wasps. The humans aren't really part of this world. Think more like Redwall, where there's a lot of political intrigue. There are darker themes, and today we are going to be checking out the lab next door to see what shenanigans have been going on there. But that's enough about me. A little bit about our game. I have to introduce our lovely cast. We will start with Vampire Himbo.
all right. Thank you so much. Hi, I am America's vampire himbo, Ethereus Bordeaux. It is so great to be with you. Sometimes you can catch me like in this chat. I'm kind of just on the other side of this channel today. I'm hanging out with my buddies here on screen. Yeah, you can find me over on my Twitch channel, which is vampire underscore himbo, where I do a lot of mystery and thriller content. And then excitingly, I have been making a lot of AP debuts. You can catch me in Philly by night as Jean Pierre, the faux Toreador, which is very fun to play. And then I'm excited to announce, I won't go into like super details, but I was told I could share this. I just got cast in a Beyond the Witchlight campaign that's going to be coming up. That's going to be starting in April. It'll be my first kind of like D&D actual play, and so it'll be fun to dip. I have a very exciting character concept for that. So yeah, you can find me on those things, and then I am at Vampire Himbo on Instagram and Threads. And with that, I am going to throw it over to Jacob slash Tobias.
Yo, yo, yo. Hi, everybody. My name is Jacob Plick, Dual King Jacob, all over the internet. He and pronouns, typically found on the Epitheta. That's my Twitch channel, which you can find me rolling some dice and playing video games over there. I'm also the DM of Duval and Dragons, a DD5e actual play based off of lots of Florida and Chrono Trigger related things because it's the greatest video game of all time, and a bunch of other shows and all that good stuff. That's too long for an intro, but you can just follow me on the internet and find out what those are, and we'll talk a little bit about Tobias when we get to it. I'm excited for you to meet him. And last, I guess our next, Hudson, take it, or not Hudson. Take it away.
It's okay. We're already in character. Love it. Hello.
I saw
My
it.
name on the interwebs is mostly Critter. I am also Colin. I use he and they pronouns. I am the GM and creative director for The Roll Report. You can find us wherever you find RPG podcasts on Spotify and the other places. You can also find our socials at The Roll Report Cast. Roll with 2 L's. And I am also super excited to be here. I got to talk to Dennis about Sagas a couple months ago and am so excited to play and bring you all Hudson, my very hilarious character that we will introduce a little bit later, I think. I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm stoked. And I guess back to either Dennis or Michael.
Yeah, I guess I will say a little bit about myself. For those of you that may be watching and don't know who I am, my name is AuDHD Druids. Not actual given name, but most people call me Druid. I'm going to be playing Darwin, a lab rat. And yeah, I'm super excited to have everyone here. I talked to Dennis about Sagas, and I was like, dude, we need to have a one shot. Like, let's do it. And I was super excited because I've been really wanting to try some new systems, and this seemed a lot of fun. But you can find me everywhere, basically any social media as AuDHD Druids. I'm predominantly mostly an ADHD and autistic content creator. I do a lot of advocacy work and peer support and starting a nonprofit within that space for ADHD and autism. But I also am a giant nerd and love TTRPGs and like building Gundams and playing video games. So that's when so this channel here is basically a mix of everything. Everything that I like to do, you'll find it here at some point. So I appreciate everyone being here and joining on this, and I'm super excited to dive in.
Really quickly, Jules, I'm going
to
promote and lift up your peer support group that you have. I think that's on the weekends. Definitely want to throw that out there. It's a really impactful thing that I think Druids is doing for the community. Definitely worth highlighting. So I want to make sure you get some spotlight on that too.
Yeah, we run a peer support group for ADHD and autistic adults every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central. You can find it through Meetup, but if you want to throw in the link for it, it's because that's where or if you join the Discord, we usually make announcements for it as well if you're interested in that.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here on this channel with these people to run this game. I say, let's dive in.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do this.
The small town in which our story is set is not the richest place. There are a couple buildings that are dilapidated, run down. The roads are only the main road through the town is paved at this point. This is the Victorian era, just before the turn of the 18th century. All right, right about the 1880s or 1890s. The Industrial Revolution has begun and has been going strong for a good long while now. Most people, especially in the richer parts of this town, have access to electricity. But our story tonight is not going to follow those people. This is going to follow something quite smaller, but no less important. It's raining right now, a light drizzle just after the sun goes down. We can see the brand new electric street light on Main Street. shining down onto the intersection, and it catches two figures, small figures, rounding the bend. The larger of the two appears to be, well, I think I'll let Duval describe his character.
Sure. You probably hear the soft pitter patter of paws first. And if you look, sort of walking through what is likely a little bit of the lantern light, you see the outline of a very large Saint Bernard dog. Very, like, that big old mange of and with a bit of a serious look on his face, and for obvious reasons, a very tight looking hat, and just walking, kind of keeping an eye on everything, kind of wrapped around the midriff, which is like this, like, brown and black fur, is like kind of this, like, wrapped around, like, armor, and looks to be some sort of equipment on around, and just kind of just looking around and listening to a smaller figure slightly above him, and by above him I mean on him.
Go ahead, Aetherius.
Sure. You see, on top of this giant Saint Bernard, the closer you look and the harder you squint, you'd be able to make out that is not an abrasion or a weird bump on his back. It is, in fact, a very little tiny hamster. I am playing Detective Sprinkles this evening. Detective Sprinkles has got his little police hat on. Right now, he is a lot less serious than his partner. The way that he's approaching this is that this is kind of just like another night. We'll see what goes on from here. He is so relaxed, in fact, that he has one of those like little pellets, like in his hand, it's like a burrito size almost. And he's been nibbling on that as he's riding on the back of his companion here. And I like to think that as they turn the corner, he's like, "Oi, oi, slow it down a little bit. I almost fell off there."
No, it's up. My apologies, Gov. I thought we were. I was getting a bit excited. I think we've arrived.
Mm. He's going to put the entire pellet in his mouth and that giant cheek thing. All right, let's roll, mate. And he's going to slide down. He has like a little grappling hook that's a paper clip, and he slides all the way down to the cement, and is standing next to his partner.
The two of you gaze upon this building. Dark, just like all the ones along this street. It's not conspicuous, it doesn't stand out in any special way, but there have been rumors, dreadful rumors, about what goes on inside those walls. Apparently this is a laboratory, and the animals that come out of here are never quite right.
No, Gov, it's like it doesn't stand out in any particular way, and so thus it's just like really loud, right?
Yeah, I think how we approach this is certainly worth review. I'm hoping all of this is some stupid hoax and that there's nothing happening here. But rumors
Sure.
are prevalent enough that they sent us. So there's got to be some merit to it.
Right.
How should we go about this?
I suppose if
Out
you
of character, I do have sneak was the the trait that I ended up on in my like rebrand of this this character this evening. So I do want to throw that out there. We could potentially see Detective Sprinkles try to infiltrate his way in. Maybe the dog could cause some kind of distraction, disturbance, or could meet around. Let's think carefully about this. And what do we see, Dennis? What does the front of this building look like?
It looks like a two-story building. You're not sure if there's a basement. There probably is. There are a couple steps up to the front door. The front door itself is nothing special. It doesn't have any windows across the front or the actual door itself or next to it. There are a couple windows for both first floor and second floor. But your actually, you know what? Sprinkles, give me a check to determine what
Let's
exactly you
roll.
see.
All right, what dice am I rolling?
Depends on your character sheet. For those who don't know, how Sagas works is the GM will ask for a check when a player character tries to do something difficult. And if anything on the character sheet applies, you'll get to either raise or lower the die you will use for this check. And in this case, lowering is better.
That's right. That's right. I want to potentially use investigate. I'm thinking maybe Tobias could kind of get up on his hind legs and like make a dog ladder for Sprinkles to like
He'd be
crawl
happy
up and
to.
then kind of look into the windowsill. So that's what I'd like to try.
Excellent. If you'd like, Tobias, you can help with this check. Spend 2 of your effort and allow Sprinkles to get an extra die on it.
Yeah, I'd certainly would love to. I suppose before we kick things off, were you wanting to start with just trying to infiltrate, or do we want to knock and sort of have a conversation first, or do we want to just break a window and get things really going?
Oh, this is why I think we do a bit of recon. We look in the
I see.
window. We
Right.
confirm that there are no Franken monsters being created.
Sure. Take
Then
our
we
time.
go back.
Alright.
We tell the
Yeah.
chief everything was
Yeah.
normal, that
Mhm.
he was being hysterical for being worried about this. We get accommodations. I go home. I
Treats.
get pizza.
Sorry.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
So that's what I'm envisioning. But I do think getting a little bit of recon, looking through the window first, and then going up to
Yeah.
the door may be our best bet.
Certainly. All right. Well, I'll make sure to be quite careful then, Gov. Let's go, and I'll go ahead and yeah, go ahead and spend 2 effort.
And it's with a D8 because I'm using investigate my skill, which I got some points in.
That'll be right. So you get a D8 because of investigate, and you get to roll 2 of them because Tobias is helping.
All right, let's do this first D8.
Yeah.
6. All right, I roll a second one, second D8. 5.
It's pretty dark in there. It is very difficult to make out any sort of movement or light. You can't really see across to the other side, but the room you're looking into appears to be some sort of office. Like you can barely make out a chair and a desk and a bookshelf on the opposite wall and a closed door. Your best guess is this probably isn't a great point of entry, but it could work.
All right, I'm coming back down. He's gonna climb down the dog ladder. Super like quick out of character, just for I don't know if this will work in terms of flavor or mechanically or where this would fall, especially be given the time period. But I would love to have like some little form of like steampunk powered grappling hook for for him, so it's like easy for him to do things like climb stairs by himself, and it
Or
won't
not.
take years for him to like traverse. But I don't know if that fits within like the what do you think about that? Let me put it that way.
Grim is a steampunk world. The technology advancements throughout the entire planet at this time by humans are actually slightly behind the technology advancements made by mice and other small creatures.
Oh hell yeah.
So you do indeed have a steam-powered sort of like pneumatic firing grappling hook where you can just...
All right, perfect. I just think that like if we need to go upstairs and Tobias isn't there, like I don't want to show up 3 days after people have been like on a sojourn.
I'm coming in 10 years.
Just hold on. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna come down. I didn't see shite in there. I think the best bet is the direct approach. Maybe we knock on the door, try to have a conversation, see if there's anybody there. Maybe they could just answer basic questions. Again, we go back, we tell the chief nothing is wrong, and I'm at home in bed within amount of hours. So that's what I'm envisioning. I'm going to manifest that for both of us because I think that would be best
And
case
that's a
scenario here.
big word. All right. But do we want to make a quick lap around first, just to make sure?
Yeah, sure. He's gonna like. I like to think he is like almost like a little setup, right? There's like some kind of hamster-esque chair or something where he can kind of get comfortable. We'll say it's in the collar. He's kind of like
Totally. Just wrap it. You just gotta
on
pull and
this.
wrap it around his neck. Yeah, totally.
Yes, and he's using some kind of twine as kind of like a seat belt or
Totally.
something, and so he's getting in comfortable.
Cool. And I'll
All right.
once he's on, I'll make a lap around.
As you make a lap around, the camera pans upwards to a window on the second floor, still wet and weeping with the condensation and a slight drizzle outside. And looking out of that window, through the bars of a small cage, is Darwin. Druid, please describe for us what Darwin looks like.
Darwin is a rat. But not just any kind of rat. He's a lab rat. One that has been experimented on, but not in any inhumane way, at least more, to what he feels. He's just really intelligent. And so he kind of has like a lot, like he's wearing goggles. He kind of has like this little, like very kind of mechanical type helmet, like brace around his head that like seems to probably be part of his experiment. And he has fashioned himself some like robes, kind of like more like a gi, because not only is he really intelligent and he loves tinkering on things, because like around his cage you can see just like bits and bobs of things that he's probably collected over the years, but he likes to watch martial arts, and he's just been obsessed with martial arts because there is like a dojo nearby or something from his window that he can look out, and he just watches and and so he has this little gi on, but he has like gloves on his front claws, and just so he just bit of a technophile steampunk person, but also really loves martial arts, and he's just kind of sitting there tinkering on something with a wrench in his tail and kind of just chilling.
Darwin, tonight is the night that you've been planning on for months, which to a rat is closer to years. How do you feel?
He's very that like excited, nervous, he knows it's the day, but he's also uncertain of what the outside world is going to be like, because he's only ever been in his cage, and the only way that he's gotten information is through one of his friends.
And as your thoughts turn to your friend, you see him swooping down through the droplets and land just on the ledge right outside the door. Critter, please describe for us what Hudson looks like.
Right. Well, Hudson is sort of a small crow, very dark, black, shiny feathers, and he's got sort of this little jacket that I think Darwin helped him make, as well as a tiny sort of backpack and pockets for some various small tools and things. You could probably see sticking out of one pocket is like a fragment of an handkerchief. And wrapped around one of his legs is a strong piece of wire that's sort of malleable, bendable, manipulatable, and can be made into many shapes without breaking or becoming brittle like some metals can. And he's got very sharp, keen eyes, and some of his feathers just sort of swoop asymmetrically over his face.
And as you land on the ledge just outside Darwin's window, the contraption that you designed together goes off, and the window opens very slightly, just enough for you to slip inside.
We should have made it just a bit taller, Darwin. It's just a bit. It's starting to cramp my feathers.
I think you've been eating too much seed.
Well, I mean, it's possible. It's hard to resist sometimes. Oh, anyway, mate, listen, are you ready?
Yeah, of course I'm ready. I'm just also not ready. Like, what is the outside world like? I mean, you've told me so many interesting and curious things, and I'm just so excited to like get my hands on whatever I can take apart and rebuild and learn, but I don't know, maybe I should stay in the cage.
No, mate, don't let the man keep you down. You know it's one of the things I go on about a little bit, I know, but you know, you can't let the man keep you in this cage, bruv. We're made to be free. We're made to go out to explore. Ain't you want to get your little tiny paws on some of the sewer systems or the lights just right outside the window?
Oh yeah, those lights are really, really interesting. I want to know how they work. I just
can't do it from inside your cage, mate.
I know, and you know, and I've been working on my latest invention, and I think I have it finally, like, working.
And, do I get a demonstration?
Oh, it's exactly.
Come on, Darwin. I love your tinkering and your tools. Come on.
Well, if you're ready, then I think it's time to test it out. And so he kind of like puts a couple more pieces together really quick, and you know, and tinkers and flips a switch on this like little kind of makeshift backpack, and like little zaps of electricity like at the top kind of whirl, and like, you know, there's a bunch of like whirly-doos and just random like noises going off, and he kind of straps it on and buckles it in. He's like, all right, I'm ready to leave the cage. And he's going to spend one effort to teleport out of the cage using his new little invention.
Darwin, that was bloody genius.
What exactly does this teleport look like?
It is like, it's as it kind of like, as he attaches it, and he has like a little button that he has in his hand, and he pushes the button, and it kind of like just everything just whirls to, you know, to life even more, and it glows, and you kind of have like this green light that shimmers around him, and he just like poof, and then poof, and he's right where he is aiming directionally.
And as you zap into this new location, there you feel like, well, actually, Hudson, you would see there's just basically this flash of electricity, and Darwin appears outside the cage on the table, fur smoking slightly, standing on end.
I'm gonna give him just a small pat with my wing to put out the bits of smoking fur. And Darwin, that was incredible. I was all set to blow the hinges off your cage, but I guess we could do it anyway if you hate the place.
I'm so glad that worked. It worked, Hudson.
Hi, mate. It worked. It worked. You're alive. Just might singed, and if you meet any lady rats, they might not like the smell too much. But
It's okay. I'll, there's obviously some kinks to work out, but it worked. Oh, are you ready to?
It worked.
So, and he looks around for the first time outside of his cage, and like with the intention of leaving, and he kind of gets this wonderment in his eyes, and just like, it's really happening, Hudson. I'm leaving.
You're leaving this shithole to the ground. We could burn it on the way out.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we're not gonna burn the lab. Like, the lab gave me everything that I ever known. Like,
Well, mate, but it's taken so much from other people, and it's still just sort of a representative of the monarchy and sort of the totalitarian government of our land, sort of keeping everyone downtrodden and underfoot.
so one of the struggles that I gave Darwin is naive. And he just, as he
Very
listens
appropriate.
to Hudson saying all this, I was like, Hudson, you say the weirdest things. I don't know half of what you say, but like, I just know that I've lived here my entire life, and the scientists have only ever been kind to me, or at least from what I remember. I don't know about this like larger government monarchy. I don't really understand what you're saying, but we don't need to burn it down. We can just leave.
You sure, mate? I got a couple of these nice little bottles, and I will pull out from my coat. What you thought might have been an handkerchief is actually a one-shot vodka bottle with a little handkerchief stuffed into it. And I reach with my other foot into my pocket, and I pull out a little book of matches. I got all the materials we might need. You sure?
Hudson, I think that is not appropriate. Maybe we can save it for a celebration once we're actually out of here.
A celebratory explosion. I like the way you think. It's better when you do the thinking for us sometimes.
Yeah. All right, Hudson. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Out the window, mate. Come on then. I will scurry under this little open window we've jiggered.
And as you're trying to squeeze underneath the window, you hear a click, a whir, and the window slams shut.
On top of me?
Right, like you got one feather stuck underneath it.
Oh, that was my nice feather.
Oh, what, Hudson? What happened?
Well, I don't know, mate. Our mechanism sort of, your mechanism, I guess, it broke. I'm gonna try to just grab the window with my claws and fly. See if I can lift it up that way.
And as you're trying to pry this window open, the camera moves back out into the rain and down onto this soaking wet dog with a hamster in a chair on his back. You've done your lap.
Covered me in this rain that I have built to come prepared for this.
You've done your lap. I'd like both of you to make checks to see what you determine about this building from walking around it once.
All right, you give this a roll.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
7.
Nice. Sprinkles is so like put out of it. Like he really doesn't want to be here. This is just another run. You just want to go home. But Tobias this is very exciting stuff.
This is so exciting.
Yeah. You've been outside plenty of times before, but outside with an intention and a goal in mind, that's new.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
so
this is
because
no
of
walk
your
in the park, literally.
and because your mind is so laser focused on your goal, you are able to spot that just to this there's a back door to this building, and this back door has a doggy door access.
Lieutenant, I found a way in.
Okay. Oh, hear me out, right? We've looked
Yeah?
in the window. I feel like we've done our due discourse. Listen to me, right? Hear me out. We go back, we tell the chief we saw nothing, or that we spoke to the owner and the owner owned up to whatever weirdness is happening. And then we get a fucking pint, mate. Like, I feel like the more that we involve ourselves in this, the longer we're going to be here. But you had something you wanted to shout. Listen to your plan as well.
So I appreciate your thoughts, but that would be lying, right, Gov?
I feel it's you know, to some perhaps. I will argue though that you and I are intellectual enough to work through the moral grays here. I'm really knackered, mate. I would love to go home and just lay down. But if doing your plan, if doing the due diligence is easier, I will do my homework, and then we can wrap this up. And let's do your plan. Quicker we get in, we get out.
Okay.
I can get home, everything. But what do you think of that?
All right, I think that's an accord, certainly. Yeah, we can just just pop in, just take a look around inside. Um by the way, how are you doing with the rain? I have a mighty need to just shake, and I don't want to hurt you, certainly,
Please.
sir. So
This twine is not that strong, mate.
yeah,
Please.
yeah, sure. No, it's not a problem. I just wanted to be, transparent. No,
Yeah,
it's fine. I
yeah,
can
tell you
wait.
what,
I
tell you
can
what.
I can wait. Yeah, yes, totally.
Let
All
me
right.
get that. Thank you for telling me. I
Of course,
appreciate
of
that.
course. So here's my strategy. I'm going to walk in,
hmm
and then
hmm
I'm going to shake very violently,
hmm
and then I'll make sure that you're not injured by water, and then we will proceed. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Right.
All right.
And he'll let the lieutenant off, and proceed quietly through the doggy door.
You make it in just fine. Go ahead and make a check to see how quiet you are when you do so.
So it's a good opportunity to tell everyone that I'm not good at the quiet. Because I took the attractive trait, which also allows me to take the prominent, what's the word? Struggle. So everyone wants to bask in my glow as I shake off. So I gotta use a D12 for this, I think, which is not good. Let's see what we got.
You
Cool.
got this, Tobias.
Let's see. Is that a
I believe
6?
in you.
Nope, that's a 9.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
You just shake. Water goes everywhere as once you're inside. It is now the mat just inside this door is now sopping wet.
Oh,
I heard that
The
out here, bruv.
oh, sorry. Do you want to come in? Here, actually, why don't I do this? And then you just see a paw just back through the door.
Make my little way, moving my little legs out of character. I realize as as druids and Hudson were describing the clothes that their characters are wearing, that Detective Sprinkles is just tits out right now, is not wearing any uniform.
Donald Duck in it.
And I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna dress him. He does have a hat on though. He does have some class.
The hat's
right?
really the important thing,
It's the
honestly.
most- exactly. You
Yeah.
gotta have a hat.
Mhm.
The hat means authority, you know?
All right, Dennis. I think you were describing what we see. I'm gonna waddle my little hamster way under the door and take.
So
it.
as
I'll put him back on top.
but as that's happening, though, Tobias, you're sort of like leaning like as close to the door as you can while stretching out your hand, and so your head's turned slightly to the side, and you're looking through an open doorway into the dark, and the only thing you can see inside that neighboring room are two pinpricks of bright blue light.
Oh.
About just slightly above floor level. And as you get it and you pull sprinkles back in, you turn and look again and they're gone.
Huh. That's odd. Also, Gov, I forgot to ask before we infiltrated. Do we have a warrant for this?
I'm bloody assuming so. If not, what are we doing then? If we don't,
Yeah,
I'm gonna assume we do. I'm gonna assume that this is something that I was probably dropped the ball. It was probably me. I was probably meant to share that with you and forgot.
Certainly.
But I'm gonna say yes that we do have a warrant.
Certainly.
Is that
All right.
the character? Is that cool? Is that cool?
Yeah,
we've got
100%.
Yeah. I forgot to add the precinct, but yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
can
all
be
right.
here.
I
We can
just
do
wanted
whatever
to
we
make
want,
sure.
pretty much.
Right, then on we go. And also, did you see that? There's like these two glowing blue things. Actually, I should probably be more quiet. It was like two glowing glue things. Glue things?
fine,
Glue
nothing.
things.
I tried to not slip and die upon walking on the puddles. that
My
you-
apologies. I'm so sorry. It was
No
a lot more
worries.
water. My
It's
coat
of the
is
occupational
really
hazard.
taking on lots of water this evening. My apologies.
No
Certainly.
worries. I'm gonna use my steampunk grappling hook to grapple back up to Tobias's collar and sit back down now that we're inside.
You settle back into the chair.
By the way, I thought you might want to know, because you don't get to see what I see when you do that. Smashing good luck, sir. Smashing. Quite.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. He's gonna take another one of the giant pellets out and put the entire thing into his mouth and cheek. And you're like, yeah, I really appreciate it, right? You know, it's got function, but you also want style, right? In
Sure,
addition to
sure,
functionality.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
honestly, you making that observation makes me. I appreciate that, mate.
Certainly,
You're always
certainly.
so kind. I love going on these with you.
I quite enjoy your company as well. Should we announce ourselves? Since we're here and all.
Yeah, I mean the quicker we get through this, the faster. So if you want to announce yourself, I
Sure.
will.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll follow suit.
All right. Excuse me. This is the police. I am Tobias. What is my title? Not quite lieutenant, but I'm on my way up there. But anyway, we just wanted to take a look around and just make sure everyone's above board, at least at board, but not below. Certainly not below board. Is everyone all right in here?
And we will immediately swap scenes to Darwin and Hudson. Hudson, you've managed to wrench your wing free from the door, and you begin to hear shouting from downstairs.
I do have keen sense on hearing too.
Ooh, yeah, go ahead and make a
I've
check
got
to
keen
see.
Vision. We're a great pair, Darwin. Darwin, did you hear that?
I'm gonna roll. That's a 2.
You heard every word.
The police are here.
The fuzz! Cheese it, mate. We gotta get out. Hear from me.
What have you done, Hudson?
Well, I don't
Why-
know. I've been resisting the authorities for ever since you sort of taught me how to make better decisions about that sort of thing, mate.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to make better decisions, not better ways of resisting them and your tomfoolery.
it's not tomfoolery. It's more. I mean, I believe most sincerely that we can't just let these bastards keep grinding us down, mate. And in this case, I don't know. I could blow a pane out with a window glass.
No, I think it's best that we just find a place to hide and, I don't know, make our way out the front door, or,
All right,
I mean,
all right. Well, should we hide? Should we hide in here? I look around. I guess I'm at least passingly familiar with Darwin's area, but is there hiding spots? Is there anything shiny and valuable like?
Go ahead and make a check to see what you see.
Proactively searching for distractions. Hilarious.
So,
Like
I
anarchist
got
emo
keen-
crow so much,
Me too.
and
Big fan.
Aetherius wants to burn shit down, but I just find myself. It's
I
like,
got keen sense vision, so I use a D8.
and I will say that, I would say for Darwin, he's probably gotten out of his cage without teleporting. He just wanted, and so he has kleptomania. So if there were anything shiny, it's probably it is.
I also.
What do you
I
think the
suppose
thing
we
on his
gotta
back
see
is made out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Lots
gotta
of
see
shinies.
who's a better thief
I
tonight.
just love a pile of
is-
valuables somewhere.
Oh, it's a
natural
one.
one for Hudson's vision.
Whoa!
So maybe Darwin missed some things.
You have seen this room several times. This is only like the second or third time you've been inside of it, but you do see everything familiar. You can see several other cages, all of which are empty. You can see a maze table sort of set up in the center of the room. You can see a couple of writing desks with papers strewn across them.
nothing
A
important
central light in the ceiling that is currently off. And as you're looking, you can see from the what dim light is coming from the window, you can see a spark of movement. Something brass skitters very fast across the floor and hides under a table.
Darwin, mate, did you see that?
What?
It was something small and made of metal, and it sort of skittered across the floor and went under that cabinet sort of thing. You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see anything. Like, trust me, if there was anything shiny and metal in here, I would know.
Nice.
But are you sure you saw something? Like, it wasn't like the reflection of the light, because sometimes the light plays a little funny things,
I mean, yeah, mate, but I'm as sure as I can be in this light.
That's true.
It sort of, seemed like some of the clockworky things maybe you were telling me about. That do they make those sort of things here still?
I mean, I haven't really seen anything else in this room other than like the humans, but I mean, and it's possible that there's something roaming around. I wonder. Do you think it's friendly?
I think we should set it on the coppers, mate. If we could get it to sort of run out and go do something to the con jobs, maybe we could make our escape.
That would be as much as I don't want to cause any harm. It's really odd that the cops show up on the day that I'm escaping, and like I have this bad feeling that they might be after me. Maybe the humans knew that
Well, they
what I
have
was
to go
planning.
through me first, mate. We're here to get you out of this dump, and we go and get you out, no matter what any coppers say.
Right. I think I like your plan. I think we should find that thing and flush it out and send it at the cops, because I don't like to like burn things down, but I'm getting out today, and
It's gotta be burned. Sometimes, mate, it's like a cancer. You gotta just burn it out, sort of a thing. All right, let's go. Let's take a little look. You want to? Are you gonna teleport again? You want to sort of just ride on my back, and we'll go down to the floor.
Yeah, just let me. I'll grab on, and we'll ride down together. The teleporting takes a lot of energy.
I think I sort of sewed like a little hand loop for Darwin since I knew he was probably gonna have to hang on to my clothes, sort of thing. So I'm gonna get him on there and then fly down to the floor.
You do so very easily. Flying upwards might be more difficult, but gliding down to the floor is pretty straightforward. And as you glide down, you gently touch down. Darwin, you manage to do sort of like a little four-legged landing, and both of you are quickly looking around to see where this metal thing went. I'd like both of you to make checks to try to figure out where it is. And if you'd like, Darwin, you can rely on what you hear instead of what you see.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be perking his ears up and radaring it. That's a 7.
It's a 4 for Hudson.
You peer into the shadows that are cast about this entire room. The two of you are sticking to the light where there's a part in the clouds and the gibbous moon shines in, illuminating the two of you back to back as you look around at this floor. And you know something is here. You can feel it. But you can't hear it and you can't see it.
Is there any, like, anything on the floor that I can, like, grab with my tail and, like, kind of, like, raise up? That might be, or just anything around me.
This is a
pretty clean
clean room, being a
Yeah.
lab. There's not a bunch of stuff that you could grab on this floor, but you do raise your tail in apprehension, hoping to defend against something, because you're pretty sure whatever's in here knows that you are also in here. You hear a click at the door, and it opens slightly.
Thing coming in or out? Oh, mate, do you hear anything?
I don't hear anything. I know it's here though, and I don't think any of the humans are supposed to be here tonight. That's why we chose this time.
Right, they're all home sleeping and whatnot. Nothing's coming in or out of this door, just sort of opened.
No, it just sort of opened.
Well, I guess, the only thing that we can do is go check it out.
All right, mate. I'm gonna just sort of do the little crow hop alongside Darwin as Darwin scurries towards the door.
As both of you scurry into the hallway, I'd like you both to make checks to see how quiet you can be.
So with no sort of skill in that, is that a 12? A D12?
A D10 is the base die.
All right, thank you.
D10 is the base die.
It's a 6. Like little.
That is a 1.
Nice,
Hey!
mate. Nice one, mate.
Yeah.
Go.
Darwin, you easily slip into the shadows right at the corner of the door and the wall and the floor. Critter, you're not used to hiding on flat surfaces indoors. You're more used to the branches of trees and the leaves that can give you cover. So you're just sort of hopping towards the door as quietly as you can. Clack, 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 clack.
I'm since I am like much better at hiding, I am kind of keeping an eye on Hudson as well, and so like if anything were to like jump out, like he's ready to like start swinging.
Mm-hmm.
So
you keep an eye on Hudson, and Hudson also makes it out into this hallway where you are already waiting. And the hallway, just like the room behind you, is very dark. There is the smell of rotting wood There's parts of this building that must be much older than the room in which you stayed. The air feels cold. No drafty breeze, though. And as Critter, you hop down the hallway towards the stairs. Darwin, you're keeping an eye out best you can in every direction. You don't see any threats. As you turn and follow Critter towards these stairs, the rest of us watching this can see 2 pinpricks of blue light appear in the doorway from the room you just left. And we'll switch back to the cops downstairs.
I do have an immediate question, Dennis. Can I have a like steam powered like megaphone for flavor? Otherwise, I think it's really hard for I don't know how well my voice would carry without it. I don't have any mechanical use for it, but I just think for flavor, it'd be funny if you had a little steampunk microphone or megaphone.
Yeah, we'll say that's your second piece of equipment, and you've taken, or someone had taken this like itty bitty tiny like earphone that used to be used for those that are hard of hearing, and sort of attached a tiny little speaker to just the inside of it, and it works just like a normal megaphone. It's a little bit bulky, but it definitely gets the job done for something that small.
Okay. And we've heard, like, have we heard or noticed anything coming from the second floor? Do we have any awareness that there is anything happening there?
According to you and what you've seen, this building's pretty much deserted.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take out, give me 1 second here. Oi! Anybody on the premises, this is your opportunity to come out. This is the police. The quicker you come out, the quicker we can get this over with. He's going to put it down to his side. He's kind of like looking into the darkness expectantly.
And as he's doing that, I'm just kind of maneuvering like forward, just keeping an eye out, looking around.
Darwin and Critter, you both hear the shouts coming up the stairs. And the audience, you see the 2 points of blue light behind them wink out.
Hudson,
Oh, and the coppers are right downstairs.
they must be after me. They know I'm trying to escape.
Well,
We can't-
okay, mate. Okay, mate. We can still snow them. We can still snow them. I've still got a distraction or 3 up my wing, and we could, there must be another way out, right?
Oi, listen, it's been a long day, okay? Quicker you come out, the quicker we can all go home.
All right.
You're not in trouble. We're not mad. We're just disappointed. Come out.
Listen,
Can
might-
I use my anarchist trait at this point to see if I can keep silent in the face of the coppers?
So anarchist is a struggle, and yes, I am going to require a roll from you.
Okay.
You need to make a check, and if you fail, you have to yell back.
And
Amazing.
that's a D12 because it's a struggle. Okay.
I'm
Hudson is very tempted. And I think Darwin, for a moment, and knowing him as you do, you see Hudson sort of puff up his little bird chest as if he's getting ready to say something
he's just
that
gonna-
is stupid. And then he deflates a little bit and he whispers, "Mate, I was going to tell him that it was a long, bloody day beating the downtrodden and the poor and whatnot, and I didn't."
Bro,
I'm very proud of you, Hudson. You have definitely have listened. I don't really know much about the things you speak of, but yeah, I'm glad that you didn't shout at them, because I think now we might. They're in our way, Hudson. We might have to. What do you call what do you like to say? Roast some pigs?
We might have to roast the little piggies, mate. You
Yeah.
see this giant big grin starting to split Hudson's face.
I'm getting out of here today, Hudson.
You're
And-
getting out of here, mate. We're getting out.
Yeah, I'm so proud. Like I'm gonna take a page out of your book, you know, and let's. I think I have a couple tricks too that we can figure out. You know, yeah, I have a lot of little gadgets. You know, some light. You know, we can blind them.
We
and
can
then-
blind them. I got a couple tricks as well. It's not quite as impressive as your teleporting, mate. I'll tell you that one. But
Look, Tobias, at this point, if anybody was here, they would have come out. Let's pack it up. I mean, come
But-
on, right?
But hold on. There's one thing that I think is very peculiar. The intel says that this was a laboratory, right? Where are the Bunsen burners? Where are the beakers? Where is all the equipment? Where's all the experimentation?
I guess that's fair.
It's as if
Yeah,
someone.
I mean, if you want to continue on with whatever gets us out of here quicker, the better.
I see. But
Out of character, I think that there is more in common between Hudson.
Totally. Absolutely.
You'll be the only good couple I ever met.
Really, like, you know, there is no tangible benefit from this. There is no difference to him. If they would have just peeked their head in and be like, anybody there, and not gone and then left, it would have been
Just-
identical mission to him. But he does respect Tobias, and so he's like entertaining this. All right.
Just for
if that's what you think, let's look for the lab then.
are we up? Is it like we're upstairs and they're downstairs? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Yes.
trying to recall.
Yeah.
And not
Darwin
in a
and
way
Hudson
we
have
can
now
s-
made it to like the top of
Top
the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All you can see downstairs, but you can't see the hallway where there are other characters are.
Mhm.
And I'd like to ask Tobias, what are you doing at this point?
My intent is to clear the first floor.
Okay.
And then if the first floor is clear, then to head upstairs.
Go ahead and make a check to see what you find.
Oh, cool. 9.
9. You nose open the first door on your left, and it squeaks open, and you look in, don't really see anything, and then peek back out.
Can I go?
But Sprinkles, you also, just out of pure curiosity, you're not really sure why you did it, but you peek inside, and there is a full chemistry setup. The wall is covered in strangely bent glass tubing. There are several currently cold Bunsen burners underneath glass jars for boiling certain liquids. And the walls and table are just covered in this stuff.
I think Sprinkles is gonna like pull the hair of Tobias a little bit to like get his attention.
Mhm.
Oh, look up there. All right. I think you wanted
Oh.
lab stuff to fully clear this house.
Oh,
This
I
room
didn't-
can just have lab stuff. I think we
how did I miss that?
no idea.
But
This is why
my
we're
apologies,
good.
Gov.
This is
Yeah,
we've
sure.
got that balance.
Oh.
We've got that. It works.
Thank you
the
for
two
the
of them.
positive affirmation. I do appreciate it. I
Yeah.
was about to be a little down on myself, and I was worried
No.
about the next progress report, for the lieutenant exam, that you, of course, have clearly, I'm sure, aced. So I didn't want it to be a knock on my record. So, let's go in and check it out.
You better be kind to my friend. That's my friend you're talking about there. You did fine. You'll be fine. And I'll tell you something, bro. If I can climb up in this force, certainly somebody with your attention to detail and dedication to the job and just general empathy will be able to pull it off. So thank you, man. This is why I'm glad we work together. If I could give you a knuckle bump, I would be. So I'm just going to do it to your back, if that's all right.
His tail starts to wag.
Oh,
The
oh,
last
there,
little
there.
droplets of water getting shaken off.
Totally. Okay. And yeah, he's gonna
Two
take a look at
around, we
the.
get in, we get out.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. And yeah, he'll head into the room.
To speed up the investigation a little bit,
Yeah.
you two start looking around the room. It's very much similar to what you've seen already in this room. Lots of large chemistry setup. You're not really sure exactly what is going on here, but you do see a... It's weird. There's this contraption sitting on the main table that looks like... It looks like a squirt gun or the end, a nozzle of a hose, but it has fanged jaws out of which whatever's inside would be projected.
Yeah, he'll kind of hop up on just to get like a closer look and kind of.
You see just the nose peek up over the table.
Yep.
Like climb up the nose and like walk down onto the table.
Totally.
But hamster butt in this face for a second.
Doesn't mind it whatsoever.
I don't know. What I'm looking at here.
It's huge.
I've never seen any kind of monster, machine, animal, or any combination thereof that looks like this, mate. This is some new shit right here.
For sure. We need to make a
For
note of it.
size comparison, it is small enough where Tobias could probably pick it up with his mouth very easily. But Sprinkles, you would have difficulty lifting it.
Right.
Should we confiscate it for evidence?
I mean, probably, but I don't want to. I mean, I think you'll understand better my hesitance when you can see it, mate.
Sure. Well, what's the term? Bag it and tag it? You can always come back.
Can I try to like knock the thing that it's on over to get it closer, maybe to the edge of the table, so that Tobias would be able to see it?
Yeah, go ahead and make a check to move it closer to Tobias.
Okay. And the base die for that is a 10, right?
Yep.
I can't make any argument for.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. Rolling. It's an 8. I'm getting all these high rolls that I would love in any other setting.
All right. That's how it goes.
So that's fine. I'm getting them out when they're really, really successful.
You start like sort of like get down, push both your paws on it and like push and push, and it's not really moving that quickly, and you sort of like hip check it once, hip check it again, and on the third time you swing and boom, you see it actually tap against a Bunsen burner, which tink, 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 tsh, 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 and as just this cacophony of glass instruments fall to the floor and shatter everywhere.
I think but his default reaction is
Sorry, that's on me. That was me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he just keeps backing up out of the glass on the floor.
I was trying
As
to
that crash happens, Hudson and Darwin, you both hear it loud and clear. You are beginning to make your way down the stairs.
So I was going to say something. While they were doing that, can I make a craft check to see if I can create kind of like a makeshift flash bomb out of like some components that I have?
Oh Lord!
What kind of... Do you have any explosives training?
No, I did crafting's like electronic, so I was going to use like a really bright like a really bright light bulb, like, and just like to where like maybe I would throw it and like it would trigger a flash, like a photography flash. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a check.
We go.
That is a 3.
Oh.
And that is a success. You take random stuff out of your pack, and you've managed to find like you found like a tiny camera flash bulb, and you screw it in. This is something you had prepared beforehand, and you screw it in, and now it's ready. It's not you just need one more twist, and then you can toss it, and the slightest jostle will cause it to flash.
Okay. Yeah, I was preparing that while they were up until the point we heard that crash.
Yeah. So the two of you are making your way down the stairs, and as this crash happens, you both see something big, brass, and fast dart across the hallway into a different room.
What the bloody
On the
hell
first
was that,
floor.
mate?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. What? That's
It was
it was
fast,
made of
whatever
brass. It was brass. Why was it brass?
Well,
Who would make
I
something
know.
out of brass? I want to know.
If
I
it's
wanna
sort of a mechanical thing, I could take it apart probably.
Oh, I would love to take it apart.
Oh, you know, mate,
I think-
to help.
I think we need to figure out what it was. Like, I guess, like, I'm having this, like, uncontrollable urge to go break that thing down so I know how it works. Whatever it is. If it was mechanical. Like, what were they doing here?
We could always just sort of blow it up and see what happens.
But if we blow it up, we would damage it.
Okay.
I can't put it back
have
together.
I've sort of been coming to see my mate for a long bit of time. If I've like flown around the building and looking in the windows, will I have any idea what this thing is? Have I seen anything like it from sort of the outside of the lab looking in?
Make a check.
All right. Come on, mate. Don't let me down, Hudson.
Excuse me.
That's a 3.
You remember most of the rooms inside this building, at least the ones that have windows. And you know that the room into which this thing ran is filled with, like, clockwork parts, half built.
I don't like the sound of that one, mate. Darwin, I remember, so, you know, I've flown around a couple times. That room this thing went in is sort of, it's like Clockwork Central, mate. It's sort of full of gears and parts and half complete little oddities and things.
Like, just as he's saying clockwork parts and oddities and things, his eyes just get bigger and bigger, and his ears just kind of like perk up and like, you were holding out on me, Hudson.
Well, mate, I wanted to surprise you when we broke you out.
Oh, well, I guess surprise then. I'm surprised,
mate.
Yeah.
After you escaped from the mandate.
We have to
Alright,
go. We like. Do we think we have time with the cops? Like, I would love.
Even all that crashing noise that he was making downstairs, I think we're going to hear him coming a mile away, mate. Let's go check it out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
You two dart downstairs, half running, half flying, and you take up positions on either side of this slightly open door. Meanwhile, in the chemistry room, glass everywhere.
Oh boy. Oh, geez.
No, you're right. That was a lot of well, first of all, noises and also flying glass everywhere.
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel at this juncture we can feel pretty confident that we've done our due diligence. You wanted a lab, we've seen a lab. You wanted to investigate the house, we've investigated the house.
Right.
I think
About
I've held
50%
up
of it,
my
yeah.
end of the bargain. I feel like it would be kosher with the cap if we, you know, I mean, there may be a second floor.
Sure.
We can give it a quick sweep, or we can see if there's a
Yeah.
basement as well. But the quicker we get out here, and he's gonna like start walking toward where the hopefully Tobias's nose is still.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do like a little hamster slide down Tobias's face into the little.
Yeah, he's like
the little
trying to
area.
like stay away from the glass, like just trying to pop around it. So yeah, let's just make a quick pop around the second floor, and then we can call it today.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm really proud of myself on this. Not this predicament, but just like my dedication to police work today. I feel like has been on it.
It's I'm learning so much from you. Yeah, I quite agree. Also, what about the blue lights?
The what?
Like,
As this conversation is going, you exit the room. Hudson and Darwin, you see the two Kappas come out of that room.
Throwing the flash bomb.
Throw the flash bomb?
Yes.
Wow.
And I think
go.
this is literally the perfect time to take our break.
Like
Just this moment of
just right before it goes off, and like Tobias just like
And he's like, and he
I
just.
love the idea of being so lazy that you feel self-congratulatory about doing your
that
job.
was a really great choice.
yeah. That's
I
fun.
kind of did the thing today.
Look at me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think Darwin would say, "Let's roast some piggies" or something, like just to like make as
Is
he
that
throws.
loud?
He's so
Is
excited.
that,
Yeah.
is that loud? I think like I know we're getting ready to go. It's like Tobias not getting that it is he who is the piggy.
Yeah.
Oh, are the pigs in here, Guff? Boom.
All right, I'm excited to see what
Amazing.
happens.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So back in 10 minutes?
Sure,
2 or
yeah.
3 after?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All
Good
right.
to me.
Cool.
We'll be back, everyone.
See you in a bit.
Now, hello, everyone. We are back.
Hello. We are indeed back. Right as we start, some friendly neighborhood PvP.
Yep. Let's go.
Like my first PvP
Hey,
experience.
Listen,
Stop.
you guys chose to be cops with a rat. I'm a rat for one, but I'm also jailbreaking essentially and an anarchist. This is the best.
Look,
Great.
Sprinkles just wanted the job security. Okay, Sprinkles is here to pay enough money to keep his Victorian age cable on. That's it.
Why you gotta stop
Tobias is
working
just-
for the man?
Tobias doesn't know any better, dude. He's just
He's a loyal. He's
Resistant to someone being like, the
Just-
job you're doing is pretty like. I think the threshold it would take him to abandon ship is pretty low.
it
I
would.
think
It,
by
Tobias
Tobias would be
has
like, wait, being a cop can be bad?
Tobias just has the nose for it.
Hey, I see what you did there. Awful. I loved
Well,
it.
as a quick recap, we've
Sure.
got Hudson the Crow and Darwin the Rat, who are best friends, and they are trying to break Darwin out of this lab in which he's been kept his entire life. Tobias the dog and Sprinkle the hamster are both cops in this animal world, and they have been sent here based on rumors of strange creatures and things coming out of this building. Rumors that are supposedly entirely speculative, but there's been sightings by both parties as they work around this building of something big, brass, and fast, with bright blue eyes lurking in the shadows. Neither of them know what this is, and they've just discovered each other for the first time. And as a gut reaction, Darwin hurls a mini flash bomb made from a camera flash bulb, and we see it go almost slow motion as Tobias' nose looks straight at it as it hits the ground and flashes.
What do they mean by
I-
pigs?
I'm
I'm a dog.
What fresh
Um,
hell?
I'm going to ask first Darwin to make a check to see where exactly you threw it. Did you get
Oh my
it
God, if
far
you,
enough
like,
away
if
where
you
you two
blow it,
are
that
out
would
of
be
it?
so funny. I didn't even consider like the fact that this could not
No,
work.
it just goes off right in our face.
Yeah, that would be
he just screws it in.
Goes off during
yeah.
the wind-up.
Yeah.
right. Oh yeah, just ping. Yeah, just
Yeah.
throws it backwards in the wall.
That's just the base D10, right?
Unless your character sheet has something that you can justify, yeah.
I mean, he's really good at martial arts.
This is not an unarmed attack.
I mean, he
very,
has.
very armed.
He's
Flashbulb is not an allowable Kensei weapon. I'm sorry.
I mean, ninja stars. I don't know. Like,
Hey.
maybe
That's hilarious.
he has
All
power
right,
affinity.
D10 for you.
He does have power affinity. So I
That
don't know.
just affects what you can take as you're leveling up.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, D10. Good
Oh,
rolls.
so funny.
It fell off. All right. That's an 8.
Bing! I need both Darwin and Hudson to please make checks to
Oh my
avoid being
God.
blinded.
Oh my God.
It's
Ask at
backfired.
This moment, though,
I
Hudson
do
has-
respect the chutzpah though that it
Mhm.
took to like immediately on site just
Just plock, blam.
reptile brain fight or flight. Just
Yeah.
throw it.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Hudson.
I'm also
Hudson
into the
has
result.
keen senses of vision. Does that put me at a disadvantage or increase my die size for this? Since this is
Great
like,
question.
yeah,
Did you... Sensitive sense is also an option for a struggle, but you don't have that.
it is. It is.
So it's
keen,
just a straight
keen sense
D10.
vision for a trait, which would normally, I guess, checks to see things would be a D8, but this is just a 10 to like.
This is a
go.
check to not see things.
Yeah. Right. Ooh.
You know, it makes sense to roll a 9.
Yeah, that's an 8 for Hudson. Not good. Not good at all.
Twinsies.
A 9 and an 8. Both of you fail miserably, and you suffer the wound blinded. And it is at severity 1. All checks that require vision must use a D12.
Mm.
Oh no!
So
I thought that would work.
The
it was
as this
popping around.
flash goes off, it illuminates not only the residents / intruders for this building across the hallway that Tobias and Sprinkle can see, but it also illuminates something immediately behind them. And you just get this single flash burnt into your vision of an enormous mechanical cat with bright circular eyes staring down, claws raised immediately over Darwin, about to slash. And right after the flash goes off, you hear skittering away.
Oh
Hudson is just hopping all over the hallway.
Hudson!
Darwin!
I dart forward, like, and just like bounding up, I guess up the stairs, I guess towards the flash.
As you what's that, Aetherius?
This is some high quality twine that I'm using as like the seat.
Tobias, you just crash into this room, and you blink a couple of times. Go ahead and make a check to see what you see.
Sure.
While you do that, Darwin and Hudson, what are you doing as your vision slowly comes back?
Did we see the thing too, or were we too blinded?
You were too blinded.
Okay. And all we
It
heard
was behind
is
you guys, yeah.
all we heard
Mhm.
was Tobias barking
The
and
scattering of metal claws, and suddenly,
That's a good Tobias impression there, Dennis.
why, thank you. I practiced.
I should have tested that a little bit more, Hudson. I'm sorry.
Blimey, Darwin, I thought it was going to work, mate. Oh,
It did work.
what happened?
It
Well, it's all right. It worked for a sort of a given definition of work. Technically accurate, the best kind, I suppose.
it just worked a little bit too fast.
As
Maybe
you
I
guys are
did.
talking to each other, as like your vision begins to clear, you just do that. You see the dog just like the dog curiosity thing, where they're just like.
It's the fuzz. Cheese it. And I leap into the air and start flying towards the exit before I remember that Darwin is the whole point of this. And I turn around and I land sort of in front of him and I kind of puff my wings up. Oh, what are you wanting,
Aw.
coppers?
Remain where you are. You didn't come out when we were calling you, you little assholes. It's so rude. We've been here for so long.
Language, Gov, language.
I'm an arsehole. You're the arsehole. You lot are just puppets of the imperialist state trying to keep a good crow and rat down.
What's an imperialist state? I don't even know what you mean.
Don't have a counter argument.
Yeah,
However,
right, mate. You shouldn't. You lot should be working with us, not against us.
Yeah,
against you.
you're just the.
We just came in this house and you attacked us.
And also, we're not working against you. We're working
Oh.
for the people.
Well, so
Yeah.
you're gonna help me get my mate here out of this laboratory, then?
Does he
Yeah,
not-
you're not here to keep me locked up. Like I'm on a.
I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Well, but
we
let's.
don't know who you are.
No clue. No clue. We were sent here to investigate this particular establishment because we heard that there were some strange creatures being sort of released into the wild, so to speak. Are you a strange creature about to be released into the wild, so to speak?
I mean, I've grown up here and I'm about to leave. I guess, which would be
Why are you
considered.
about to leave? This is your home, yes?
What? Because he's me best mate, and this place is terrible, Gov.
Oh no!
It's
Why is
just
it terrible?
awful. It's like the worst sort of atrocities that unchecked governmental control of our lives can lead to.
Oh well, you have my apologies. Perhaps there's something we could do to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to stop strange creatures, I mean, I'm a rat.
I don't particularly find you strange.
Yeah, we've met rats before. We got
Sure.
rats on the force.
Exactly.
Oh, and I'm sure you just try to throw him in jail as soon as you see him. That's
Oh, you're
species
making a lot of
profiling, that is.
assumptions, mate. Look,
No, I like crows too. I'm actually quite jealous that you can fly. I wish I could fly.
I'm gonna go down on my grappling hook while this part of the conversation is happening slowly from Tobias's back.
Also, point
Darwin,
of order.
make a check to see what you hear.
And while you're making that check, also, point of order. Did you know that you were about to be attacked? There was something very large and was that brass, Dennis, that we saw? Large brass and cat-like.
Feline, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
behind
Ben,
you.
I
It-
bloody
it
hate
looked-
I
cats.
didn't see
It looked
I
like
just
this.
saw it. It's horrible.
That is a 4.
Before, as this conversation is going on, you can hear again skittering claws across the wooden floors in the room behind you.
Hudson, I think we might have made a mistake on who our true adversary is.
Don't tell him my name. I'm not. Hudson,
I'm sorry.
I'm just Crow.
Sorry, I meant Red Leader 1.
All right, that's me, and this is Blue Leader 1. This is my best mate right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll save that for the
questions.
paperwork later.
Mhm,
Let's just Let's just
Wait a
understand
moment.
what's
Who are
happening.
you lot? Can I see some sort of badge or something? It's all well and good.
Oi,
You just
we're
come
about
in
to
here
show
and
you
say,
shit, mate. We're the police here. We're in charge.
But
"All right,
As
you're the
as
police."
as Lieutenant Sprinkles says that, like Tobias just like hops to the side and like down the side of his armor, it just says Sergeant Tobias on it, and there's also like a little collar and like a little little like kind of like a silver trinket that says Sergeant Tobias on it.
All right,
yeah,
well,
is that-
this one, mate, this one I believe is a copper. You, I don't know about you.
Wait,
I know he's my boss, man.
what?
He just sometimes likes to work a little bit, incognito, undercover sometimes.
Maybe you have some presumptions on what a law enforcement officer might be like, and maybe part of it's correct. But I feel like an all right chap, and Tobias here is the nicest mate I know. He's the nicest mate I have.
Thank you, Gov. I do appreciate that.
I love when you self-actualize, buddy, and he's gonna do like the fist bump to his little
I
arm
do-
at the bottom.
I do hate to break this up, but there is something here, though. Like you were saying something about
The cat, yeah, brass cat thing. Sure.
a brass cat. I've been here all my life, and I've never heard or seen such a thing. And like,
And
what do you mean by strange creatures? The only creature that I really know of is myself. I've been upstairs in the lab, and I've.
Sure.
Oh, like
You know-
the rumors. You haven't. Well, I guess you wouldn't have heard, would you? You've been
Sure.
here.
I mean,
Because
I might be
you're-
part of. Like, I mean, they helped me like become really smart. Like, I made this really crafty thing, and like he shows like his backpack. That's all like,
Oh, that's
yeah, and
what?
you know,
Oh,
and,
mate, Blue
unique.
Leader's brilliant,
Press.
mate.
Sprinkles
Brilliant.
is kind of like nodding.
Blue leader. All right.
yeah, and
Man, I gotta tell you, you one of the lucky ones. If these rumors are to be believed, the type of monstrosities that have walked out of the door here are far worse than a rat with like cool backpack.
Trinkets.
Is it
Yeah, we've
worse the
seen people
monstrosities
heard,
inflicted
right?
upon our population by the government?
Well, can you be a bit more specific, Red Leader?
I mean,
Like,
think about it, mate. What are your
Sprinkles is
tax
gonna
dollars
get
going for?
in Hudson's face. He's like way shorter, so he's like, Bill's like, "Listen, mate. The quicker you listen to us, the quicker we all get out of here. You haven't done anything illegal, have
Why
you?
should-
No reason to arrest you.
Sure.
Unless,
Matter of fact,
unless you have something you like to share with the rest of the class."
I think I got to make a check to determine how I answer that one.
I agree.
nice. Let's go.
Oh no, that's an 11.
oh no,
Oh no!
Let's go.
You
I think
must
Hudson-
disobey.
Responds with like the
Darwin's like-
smallest.
red leader, no.
I give Sprinkles like a little chest bump. There's probably like my chest right almost at head height for him. I go, I don't need to listen to anything you lot tell me, mate. Not you, nor any other representative of stooge of the imperialist scum. I'm a bird of my own mind.
There's a growl behind Lieutenant Sprinkles. I think you might need to calm down, little one,
Just the scotch.
because
Thankfully, I'm
we're
not here
trying-
alone.
indeed. But first of all, I was literally about to say before you popped off that, as far as I'm concerned, you're both free to go. Matter of fact, we should probably escort you out.
That's a really good point. I mean,
Wait,
if
you would-
they would, you're fine. And swallowing is like beef long enough to like get them out of here. All right.
All right. Darwin, mate, let's go. Let's out the front door.
Oh, Darwin, it is. I see. All right.
I mean, blue leader.
Darwin and Hudson, got it. All right, I'll just make sure to go. And, like, you guys see him, like, he kind of stands on, like, on his hind legs, and then you just see, like, a small, like, little piece of paper. Puts it back. Do you want to hop on? I've got plenty of room on my back.
I prefer to have my first steps of freedom on my own.
Oh, I understand. All right. Well,
This
is
like
it?
the whole thing for him? I don't think he's been
Sure.
outside.
It's a moment.
No, I've this is the furthest I've ever been. Like, in fact, I'm really still like I'm really curious on like what was in that room, because like
Yeah,
Well, why don't
that,
we go find out what was in that room? We certainly still have this feline to figure out. Would you? And I would want you guys to get hurt on doing our investigation. So, would you mind joining us
we
to this
need you
other
to
room?
sign these forms that you consent to being here.
I
Gonna
ain't
take
gonna
out
sign nothing.
inexplicably like 2 clipboards.
Can you write?
If you could just sign right here, that would be fantastic.
I'm not signing a thing, bruv.
Um, I think
Darwin, what does it say, mate?
Darwin's very naive, and he's being told to sign forms.
Oh no.
It
I
just
think-
says that whatever happens to you after this point, you're responsible for. That you agree.
I think
to
he's
be
just
here.
gonna.
Release.
He's
For lack of a better term, you're detained but not arrested until we get outside.
But then you've got our protection, which you may need, given how you threw that flash bomb.
Is that what that was? You throw that at us?
No, it
yeah,
was-
mate. You.
It was a.
assuming that-
I mean, I didn't know what if you guys were on our side or.
It's.
I thought you were here to like keep me from like getting out, and so I just
in that
really
case, I forgive you.
Well, I'm curious. I'm moving to forgiveness. What did you say about pigs? You brought pigs.
Yeah, well,
You
there any
tried to
pigs in this
sign-
other room over here? Any pigs over there?
it's just something that that Red Leader likes to say a lot.
We know
Oh.
your names. I don't think we need to go with that riffraff anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your names is. Wait, I guess you're the
It's
Sergeant
literally
Tobias.
Tobias,
Yes,
right there, it's right there.
yes. Right.
He can't read very well.
My name is, do you want to sign this clipboard or not? It's a family name, Legacy.
Yeah, that's Lieutenant Sprinkles.
Sprinkles, is it? No,
Sprinkles.
mate. I don't trust signatures and forms and signing.
Darwin just
stuff.
signs. He's like,
Darwin,
what?
you gotta read it first, mate. You gotta
People that
read
you
it.
Don't trust. The
I
signature.
I trust them. Like they're from the outside. I know you talk about like the imperial,
Never even heard the word before.
Yeah, he's Hudson has likes to say a lot of things, and like I don't always understand like everything that he says because like I'm very limited on the resources that I have access to when I'm here. But
Sure. Well, you're about to have a whole new world ready for you. It's just in a little bit. So why don't we get on with it?
yeah,
Maybe
let's
if
go.
Hudson wasn't so confrontational, people might be a little bit more
Oh,
open. to
maybe
just
if you
help
lot
and
was sort of a little more
acceptance.
polite and worked for the community
Ting
instead
ting
of
ting
against.
ting ting ting
Oh,
ting.
shite.
What?
You
is
hear
that?
something in the room behind you fall to the ground, something metal.
I'm gonna
What's that?
instinctively like grapple up to Tobias's collar to the little seat.
All right, look, I ain't signing nothing, but if you lot are going to sort of investigate this place and my mate here wants to tag along, I guess I'm sticking with you.
I have like Hudson's name and description already written down, and it just says refusal to sign. Hudson, blue leader, whatever it was, red leader, whatever it was.
Sprinkles is gonna crawl up to your little notebook and like just write a couple of things, and he's like glancing at Hudson while he's doing so.
Mhm.
Hudson's
All right,
just
I think-
nodding right back.
let's go look at that room because
All right.
Hudson said something about like gears and clocks, and I'm honestly I really just want to understand what's in there.
Sure. Before you head out forever.
Yeah,
Let's, well, in that case-
stock up before I go. You know.
Oh, are you allowed to do that? It's not your property, right?
Tobias, come
I
on.
mean, it's.
I
Like-
think he's earned it from being imprisoned here for his whole life, wouldn't you say?
I think my partner was asking your friend a question and not you.
I mean, technically, this is my home.
I
True.
suppose that's
I'm
fair.
fine with that. Tobias is also by proxy fine with that. We could care less. Let's get on. with it.
He's right. He's right. I am very fine with it. All right, follow us.
All right.
Please try to keep close. And he'll start walking out to the hallway and go into the other door carefully.
All right. With Tobias leading the way, All four of you now, for the moment, together, you nudge open this door, which opens with a small squeal. You look into this dark, dark room. And it looks like a workshop, like a machine shop of some kind. Pneumatic tools dangle from the ceiling. Cork boards are filled with construction-like equipment, like woodworking and metalworking. You can see half-finished projects on top of the counters and a couple of pieces strewn about the floor. All of them look like they are made up of some sort of steampunk-esque gears. You see what must be either an arm or a leg here that bends at a joint. You can see a paw here with claws, short and very sharp, sticking out of it. You even see a tail that's sort of linked together like a chain. I would like everyone to please make checks to see what stranger things they might find inside this room.
Oh, finally, a good roll. 2.
Would that be vision based? Do I have the wound?
Yes, it
that?
is.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I have rank 3 in investigate, so I get to use a D6.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
I still roll the 3 on that D12.
Dude, let's go.
I got a 4. Does that pass? I don't know what the difficulty is.
I got a 6. I would also say Hudson is definitely looking for shiny, valuable, unguarded objects to steal.
Sounds right.
Same with
There are
Darwin.
nothing. There is literally nothing in here but
Oh.
shiny, valuable, unguarded objects.
no.
Well,
And you immediately begin filling your pockets with pieces of clockwork.
But yeah, Darwin is in heaven right now.
Mm-hmm. You pick up that leg joint, and it's brilliantly made. There are 3 moving parts inside the joint itself, and you immediately start trying to figure out like how it was designed and how it works. And you quickly before you even finish this one, move on to that paw with claws, because each of its claws move individually. And it clearly is meant to hook up to something so that these claws can move under power. It's brilliant. Tobias, you got a 3, and Sprinkles got a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you, when you come into this dark room, the first thing you see is the image of that terrifying thing still burnt into your retinas. As in just like this frozen image, unmoving,
After Effects.
no matter what direction you look, seemingly following you where you go. Your eyes slowly begin to adjust. And as they do, Aetherius, you are looking at a face, a mechanical face, with jaws and fangs, as if a cat's skin had been peeled off to reveal a feline cyborg underneath. Tobias, you see something worse.
Oh, cool.
You are tall enough to get a look up onto this table, and you can see fur, matted fur, dark stains on the wood, dismembered pieces of animals strewn across this table, and the knives with which these acts were taken place.
Well, I think I have seen enough here. I think we should all collectively get up and go, including you, Crow. Everybody, we are leaving. and I'm gonna slide down
Go.
Tobias to like insist that because the two of
Go.
you I are still looting at this point is gonna trying to make the case down in my little hamster body that like that's it, let's pack it up.
Go. Can I have a word? Just why don't you pop up on my head for just a moment?
Darwin
Use my
is.
little grapple gun to get back up top. All right, yeah. What's up?
I just want you to just look forward.
It's gonna make eye level with the horizon, which is now this like horror scene. Okay, we definitely sorry. I have to do it. We definitely gotta go. Everybody get your things. You guys want to rob this place? I could care less at this point. Tobias, we are leaving. We are going right now, right?
The room goes dark.
Uh-oh.
The door is closed. And all of you look towards it as two pinpricks of blue light appear right at its bottom and begin to grow brighter and brighter and illuminate this horrifying figure. Brass pieces along its back, interspersed with this matted brown and gray hair. A tail that is hooked at the end. A face that is like a Terminator had half its skin peeled off. And you see the cat that has been plaguing you since you entered this building. It opens its mouth, and you can see something glowing, also blue, from deep within its gullet. And I need everyone to please make reaction checks as we enter combat.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, it's
Wrong die.
It's on.
Dennis, this is my first reaction check. So it's just straight up a D10.
Unless you have something that says you get a different die on reaction checks for combat, it would be a D10.
All right, let's see this thing. 8.
Right. I'll ask for them in a second.
At the balloons.
Yeah, the balloons. Hudson, you're muted.
Right, finishing there. I feel like it's something that's been happening. Zoom just like throws weird animations. Let's see if it happens again. If I just do this.
You just peace sign. Nope. It's just
Peace sign equals balloons. Okay.
I don't know. Zoom does weird hand gesture stuff. I think
I've never had that happen before. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
I've seen
wild.
the raised hand thing go up,
Yeah.
which makes
Wow.
me scared of how much AI is
Oh.
now built into the
Oh
game.
no, I hate that.
Yeah. But that is a 2 for Hudson.
All right. Anybody get a 10 or higher? 9, 8, 7.
I forgot about this
8?
part. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. Like nothing bad is about to happen, but like the countdown is still like awful. I hate it here.
5,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Darwin, 2.
That was Hudson.
Did Hudson have a
It was
2?
me. Yes, sorry. It's like, why is it so quiet? I
And the
realized this amazing
experienced-
ambient soundscape went down.
The experienced in combat Sprinkle with a 1.
He's not the only one.
Oh
Literally
no,
not the
no!
only one.
Sprinkle is going last. The opposite, his
Yeah.
partner, the
Yep.
inexperienced
The
one, is the one with
inexperienced
the
one
jump
is
in
going
this.
the one. Yep.
He's eager, ready to go.
I'm a dog against a cat. I mean, it's appropriate.
All right.
Mhm.
You are up first. So, how combat in Sagas works map-wise, we are doing Theater of the Mind. The cat thing is as big as Tobias. This thing is very large, larger than most cats. Its mechanical form gives a bends into a prowl as it prepares to launch itself, its mouth still open and glowing. Tobias, there is a zone between you and this cat, so you are in mid-range. You are going to have to move up to it in order to attack.
So, here's the problem with being a police officer. I got stuff. So it is, and to be clear, it is like is launching, like narratively, it is launching.
It's ready to attack. It's about to just maybe incinerate you. You have no idea.
No clue. No clue. And I think just like instinctually, he kind of takes his left forepaw and slides it down the front of the that armor, and it sort of flips up and around and reveals this small casing that then you kind of hear, because it's steampunk, so why not? You hear a whir and a click, and it becomes a fucking big ass rifle. And
America.
Yeah. I don't know what you were or what you are. No, thank you. And he's going to fire at it.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll. But before you do, it is probably going to be necessary at several points during this combat for you to help and combo with each other.
Yes.
Because this thing is formidable.
Yep.
Combos have to be declared before the attack roll is made. And what combos do is you spend 2 effort, and if the attack hits, it deals an extra damage. Help can be declared afterwards, and it adds an extra die.
Okay.
And you just hear him say behind me as he gets ready to fire. But if anyone wants to do anything with that before I roll, they can.
But I think I do that post roll. But just know I'm gonna use the. I think I'm on your.
If
I think
necessary.
I went back up to your collar. So
yeah. Cool.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
You're his sight.
D-targeting. Watch out. That's a 4 on a D10.
A 4? Mm-hmm. That is not going to hit.
I did. Oh, that is not good. That is not good for a 4 to not to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
How does the help work here?
So you will spend 2 effort, and you will describe how you assist in this attack roll. And then Tobias will get an extra die, which basically means a reroll here.
Reroll. Yeah.
I think this is worth it. This seems like, so how did Tobias miss?
The shot itself was dead on. It just hits this creature's shoulder, and there are sparks as the bullet flies and embeds itself in the wall, leaving the barest scratch on it.
Okay. Sprinkles is in just full on fight or flight. He's like alert and present. He has to care about and be very engaged in what's happening. And so he is this there's a level of adrenaline that is pumping from the situation that was absent on up until this point. And he's going to run up and across the recently assembled rifle. He's going to essentially sit on top of it where the sight would be. And he's going to yell to Tobias, shoot it in the mouth, shoot in the blue part.
I'm trying.
Reload, and you fire again for this help. Go ahead and make another roll.
All right. No, 9.
You're literally about to fire inside this thing's mouth, and the weight of Sprinkles jumping onto your gun just points it downwards, and it right into the floor.
Okay.
Good time to say I've never used this before.
Poof, poof, 2 shots ring out inside this room. Hudson, you're up.
So I'm gonna spread my wings and launch into the air and just yell, Darwin, I'm coming back for you. So question about the combo. Let me say what I want to do, and I think I'm just not clear on sequence of events. What I would
Okay.
like to do is fly and drop my little 1 ounce bottle with a hanky
Yeah.
and yell for Tobias to shoot it when it hits this cat.
Out of character. I love this plan. I am here for this, Tobias. Like Duval, the dice gods, may they be kind.
Yeah,
That
right. Yeah. Might be end of this fight very quickly.
real like good luck and Godspeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I guess I don't know if that is me offering to combo on Tobias's next turn and thus kind of using mine as a held action, or yeah, I don't know. Well, that is what I would like to do.
You could. Here's my suggestion. You you light the Molotov and drop it. Since you're only dropping it and not throwing it, I'm not going to ask for a check. It will detonate inside that zone. I will, however, allow Tobias or someone else to combo with this and do something to impact upon how much damage it does.
Okay.
How about what if Hudson drops it and Darwin combos by teleporting and like grabbing it and like throwing it on the head or something, like specific target.
Oh shit. Cool.
I will allow that.
Yeah.
Can I catch Darwin out of harm's way at the end of this?
So here's
much
what
is
happens.
Yeah, that's a good.
You
that's a lot.
fly up and with your claws quickly like light a match, light the Molotov and drop it. You are slightly off center. Darwin, you see this and you teleport, you like hit the button on your shoulder. Flash! You appear right underneath it and begin falling with it. You catch the thing and hurl it straight into the cat's open mouth. And it just shatters. It deals total of 3 damage, 2 from the explosion and 1 from the combo. Darwin, this costs you 2 effort.
Yeah. Also keep in mind, everybody, when you fail a check, you get another effort. I forgot about that
Yes.
earlier.
Very important.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was down to 1 earlier and I forgot. I was like, I'm actually at 3 right now.
I'm at,
Did I
so,
fail it?
so
I can't remember.
I'm at 2 efforts still because I had 4 effort and only
But
2
it
health.
can't
though.
go above your max, correct?
Right.
You
Right.
cannot go above your max.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
at my max the whole time, so I didn't
So-
gain any from failing the vision.
but-
Okay.
Okay.
But
Also,
yeah,
just for like visuals, so like you Sprinkles and Tobias will see like kind of like the electricity just like zaps and poof, and like there's probably like a little bit of like residual like sparks from where he was to that place, and then poof, like you just see him just poof. So
And you
Can I
fall
ask
to the
a-
ground. It's not so far down that you take damage. You just on all fours, still smoking a little bit from the teleport.
can I also, since my turn is technically the next, just use this opportunity to examine any of the mechanical parts and see if I could discern any weaknesses, since I just was examining very closely similar items.
This would have to be your action.
Okay. Yeah, because I threw it in his mouth, and so now I'm going to take this opportunity because I'm assuming it's disoriented in some way. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just like, I'm going to scurry and like examine it as best I can.
The cat cyborg gives out this mechanical this scream. The hair on its face and back have caught fire, giving it this even somehow more terrifying visage
I hate it
as
here.
it swings its eyes and stares down Darwin at its feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna, since I have craft with like mechanics, like can I use the D8 on this as like a check to see if I can discern like any sort of weaknesses that we can target?
Let me see what exactly the rules for craft are.
It says checks you make to craft using the tools of your trade, maybe use a D8. So I don't know if that would.
Right. So you're not actually making something here.
Okay. So I'll just do a base D10 then, right? Of like examining. Okay. Base D10.
As we are imagining it, just movement-wise. Oh, that looks like yes.
That's a 1.
Amazing.
Does Hudson have enough like movement across this room to like? He wants to get the fuck out of the way after dropping this thing. Even as worried as he is about Darwin, I want to like make sure that I'm where I think the cat cannot get me, if possible.
The movement you spent was to get to where you are to drop it. So you are still right there in this moment.
Great. Perfect.
With that 1, though, you look over this cat and you can see the stitching between where there is metal and where there is flesh is very, very weak. That is its weak point.
Okay. I'm just gonna call. I was like, aim for the where the flesh meets the metal. He's just gonna yell that out.
All right, you still have a move.
I still have a move.
Yeah.
Can I climb it? Since I'm like
You
right
want to
underneath
climb
it?
the flaming cyborg cat?
Well, it's the head's
Classic
on
Jim
fire,
question.
right?
Yes, the head is on fire.
I can like scurry like up its like one of its legs and like get on its back where there's no fire.
Okay, yeah, 100%. You quickly scurry and get onto its back. All right, that is your turn, and unfortunately, the cat is next.
I'm sure it is. Boo, cat, boo. I'm a dog person. And also a dog.
The cat sort of like rears, trying to bite you off of its butt, and it looks up at Hudson and looks at its 2 enemies across the way with the gun, and is going to target the largest thing, the biggest threat.
Yep, that sounds right.
I need both Tobias and Sprinkle to please make an avoid check.
Great.
No. Wait, would small make this any different? No, probably not, right?
No,
I
small
like,
affects how you can
maybe-
fit inside other people's zones.
Got it. Okay.
All right, let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna use this dice instead. Oh, not great. Can I use effort to reroll this, or is it just only on like combat related
You
stuff?
can. You can boost your own roll, but it costs 3 effort to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. I rolled a 6.
I got a 2. It's my best roll of the
Nice.
evening.
Yes, it is.
Finally.
You quickly scurry up back to your spot in the collar and just hit the deck right behind Tobias's big furry head. And Tobias, you take the full brunt of a giant electrical blast coming straight out of this thing's mouth like a dragon. You take 2 points of damage.
Wow.
The floor between Tobias and the cat is scorched. The air begins to smell immediately like ozone and overworked motors.
He's not looking good at all.
Tobias himself has been dried off from the rain outside at last, but there are patches of fur that have been burnt off. The skin underneath is raw.
He's not feeling good. He's feeling real bad.
It
Mr.
is.
Stark.
It is Sprinkle's turn.
There is.
So mechanically, I think I'm gonna have to be creative because my two items are my kick-ass steampunk grappling gun, of which I feel like has more than kind of paid for itself, and then the megaphone I use to try to get Hudson and Darwin to like come out of hiding. So I think that's it, right? I don't have any other materials.
Can I make things even more difficult for you?
Hmm.
As the like smoke kind of clears and like Tobias is kind of like staggering. Gulf, I need you to get them out of here.
Don't do this right now. Wait, sorry, I got a big push.
I got to be.
Look at me. Don't do this right now. Okay? Don't even worry about this. Dennis, I'm about to take a long shot. This is like from the middle of the court. The other skill that I have is sweet talk. I don't know the degree of sentience that this cat possesses, or if sound reason.
Let's
or...
fucking go. Sweet talk this insane robot cat.
So let me get this straight. You're gonna try to seduce
The dragon.
the dragon.
My tips are already out. We've already
You said that earlier. Yeah, you did.
Decided to put on clothes. I am like anthropomorphically naked, and yeah, maybe I'll shoot my shot at this robot. I'm thinking at minimum, could I like do something that would either distract it or put it at a disadvantage for the next attack or the next person? The other thing I have it would be to investigate, which I don't know.
So is your goal, I'll ask you to tell me whether your goal is to end the combat right now or taunt it and become this thing's only target.
Great question.
Is talking a free action in this?
Not if it requires a check.
No, so all Darwin's going to say is he has a plan. Like, I have a plan!
The two traits I chose were small and tough. So I do have a little bit of HP. And I'm trying to think, this thing went how many turns ago? I'm trying to like remember the turn order. One turn, so it just went. Okay.
Yeah. Just blew me up.
Yeah. I think that
So there are I want to make sure you know all of your options first.
Yeah, please.
Because there are several actions that are not like make a check and attack.
Yeah.
You can remember them by A, B, C, D, E. A for attack, B for brace, which means if you are attacked before your next turn, the damage will be dealt to your effort instead of your health.
Right.
Then there is C for make a check. D for dash, or you can move and then you can move again for an action. And then E for encourage. And for encourage, you communicate with an ally, encourage them, and give them any amount of your remaining effort.
Okay, and then what is the consequence for 0 effort?
Nothing.
Okay, excellent. Love that. I was like, I hope I've played a lot of Cthulhu recently, and I think there was
no. The only time where 0 effort is a problem is if you're actively dying, which none of you are.
Okay, which is good. We're gonna try to keep Tobias alive. I think I am going to encourage Darwin. Darwin seems to have like the technological wherewithal. I just watch like my partner like straight up shoot a shotgun at this thing to little to no effect, and so I think the idea of Sprinkles trying to use any kind of conventional weapon against this thing, like he understands both with size and in terms of like firepower, that I think the best thing that he can do is encourage Darwin. And I'm trying, where's Darwin? I
Darwin
guess,
is on the cat.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm like on top of Tobias's collar.
Mhm.
And Darwin, where are you at?
On the cat.
Oh, the cat. Yeah.
Okay.
And Hudson's flying somewhere around here. Yeah. Oh, yep.
I think I'm like right above the cat.
The cat. Yeah.
Cat's
I
head.
got it. I got it. All right, Darwin. Darwin. Oh, I need you to make eye contact with me. I need you to lock it in. All right.
He's trying. I'm assuming the cat's like bouncing around.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Today is your day, mate. This is your chance. All right. You are gonna leave here. You're gonna walk out of here. You're gonna see the entire world. But I need you to bring it home. All right. My partner is down. I have no defenses. It's up to you, mate. You've got this. All right. You can do this.
Oh, no pressure from the authorities, mate.
Oi! I swear, oh god.
Uh,
All right, how
Eye
much
contact
how much
makes me
effort are you
uncomfortable.
giving?
I'm giving my remaining effort a generous and healthy one to
all
throw in
right,
there.
that brings me up to 3.
All right. That is Sprinkle's turn. Back to the top with Tobias.
Considering the shotgun was a utter failure, and he's now up close and personal with this thing as it's like growling at him. He is gonna lunge forward. Where the mechanism that blasted him, where is it on the cat?
Inside its throat.
Okay.
Hmm.
But his throat he's doing this, right? I assume.
At this
Not-
point, the blast has ended. His
Yeah,
mouth
is
is not currently open.
Okay. Well,
Can you hold it down?
Mm.
I'm gonna do a thingy. So
like
I
things.
have one of my talents. One of the only combat talent I have is I have a level 3 in disarm, and so my intention is to drop the rifle and to either whatever's easiest, force the mouth closed, or rip it open and pull whatever the fuck that is out of it.
I like it.
Go
I-
ahead and make your check.
And I'm gonna burn
I
all
sort
3 of
of-
my effort so I can get a second dice. So it's gonna be 2d6.
Could I
All right.
combo with that one and sort of fly
Come on over here,
directly-
mate.
directly down? I'm not so sure about this Sprinkles character, but I think Tobias is a pretty solid dude. I want to sort of.
Do you know I will physically fight you, Crow?
No, I will physically fly away from you, mate.
Can you guys stop arguing for
Oh,
1
right.
minute?
Something's going on. I want to sort of just
Trying to save
dive
our
bomb
lives here.
right into this thing's eyes, and I want to sort of throw my wings out and scratch at this cat's blue sensor lights in it where its eyes used to be to combo. So hopefully Tobias can sort of really get in there.
All right. This is a combo, so no extra dice, but extra damage.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll one at a time because I think that'll be fun. First one's a 3. Second one's a 3.
No!
3 could be. 3 might be enough.
3 might be enough. We'll see. We know 4 wasn't great last time, so 3 might be enough.
I've heard 3 is less than 4.
I have heard the same. I've
People keep
um,
saying that.
they do keep saying that. By effort. See you later.
So normally a disarm does not deal damage, but because of the combo, this 3 deals 1 point of damage as the claws from Hudson scratch the lenses on its glowing blue eyes, and the instant it opens its mouth, you take a paw and slash at its jaw, and with the other one immediately reach in, grab the mechanism that shoots lasers, and rip it out of its neck. And you can see it like pull this huge line of tubing out, and its whole neck is just like open now. You can see both mechanical things inside and like the esophagus, the flesh esophagus going down to its insides.
Okay.
I was
Keep his
reading
mouth
the
open. I have a plan. If you can.
Yeah, I don't know if I can, because that's my movement, my action. I don't think I have anything else, right?
Yes, but because of this, you have disarmed it, and it no longer has access to its laser cannon.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck that cannon.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, he's still within melee though, so we'll see how that manifests. But and I'm out of effort as well, so I think that's me.
Okay. Next up is Hudson.
You know what? I will.
Go ahead.
I will say, even though it is like all scratched up, that bloody hurt. Just surrender. We can stop all this.
Think we got
What? Just give up. For
I'd
Christ's sake, we want fuck. Ah!
All right, Hudson.
Because I comboed, does that mean I lose one of the things for my turn, or I still can
Nope.
do all the things? Oh, okay, amazing.
So
You
you
can
just
still
burned
do
effort.
all the things.
I
help, I think.
burned 2 effort.
So this is maybe potential combo opportunity that I would see if we can do this. Is the mouth still open? Like
The jaw has been knocked off. He can't close it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got it.
So this is the combo that I want to do. I want to take my backpack off and like supercharge it, like overload it on purpose and drop it into the gullet of this cat by with Hudson like helping me do that.
Yeah, I think I know my mate's got a plan, right? So I'm gonna,
Sure.
in that
Yeah.
case, I think I'm gonna try to fly down and not really trying to go for height, but just grab onto the backpack and my mate Darwin and get like a little skittering flying hop so we're over the jaws and let him drop the backpack in more neatly.
All right, so you grab Darwin actually by the feet, and Darwin, you're upside down, and
Yeah.
the backpack is dangling by a single strap, and you're waiting for the cat to look up, and you drop it at the opportune moment. So how this is going to work, it is Hudson's attack, because it's Hudson's turn,
Mhm.
and if it hits, it will deal extra damage because of Darwin's combo.
And so I have nothing and no abilities, so that is a 10 for me.
That is a straight 10.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Can I
Let's
help
go.
him with this? Because like
If you have the effort to combo and help, yes.
combo is 2, right?
Yep.
And
so
F
is
and help. Oh, so I only have 3 of
I
4.
might be on my own here. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, little wait.
You
Yeah,
don't
it's a
think
good
you
little
dumb crow?
sparkly die. That's an 8.
No.
You know what? That happened.
The
Hmm.
the backpack swings wide as the
Oh, God.
cat looks up like it's about to bite onto Darwin, who's dangling, and as it takes a claw and swipes, it hits the backpack out of your hand, and the backpack clatters to the ground
Oh, would've
like
been
a
so
couple
good.
feet away.
Okay. I felt my heart in my throat for a second. I was like, oh God, this is gonna bat that thing over to me. Oh God, oh God. My life was
The backpack did not explode.
Okay, so we can try again.
So,
I was freaking out.
All right, now you are in the air still,
Mhm.
and that is the end of your turn. And now it is Darwin's turn, who is hanging upside down from your claws.
I need fan art of that.
Desperately.
I need it so badly.
Toss me.
Not a basketball special, not like this. It was meant to be, honestly.
Oh gosh, what is go for the backpack or yeah, he's good at mark. Oh, yeah, I think he's gonna, I guess, ask to be dropped back on top of the cat and just go for like the weak point. Like, would there be like a place on like the back of the neck where like flesh and metal is that would be kind of weak, that he can just start like punching
the
to like
fire atop its head on its like furry cat ears has nearly gone out and it's smoldering, and you can see a stitch that looks weak.
Yeah, so like he's gonna like drop me there and and if you can get the backpack, but like I'm gonna go, and he's gonna like drop and try to like go at that stitch to like weaken it and like unravel it somehow, like punch
Right,
it.
mate, if you're sure, and I drop him.
All right. It looks like we're in the middle of an ad break right now.
That's so funny.
It already passed. It already passed.
Oh, it already passed? Cool,
Yep.
Good. All right. So you drop, Hudson, you just drop your friend as requested. Very cautious and not sure what's going on, but with 100% trust in him. And Darwin, you begin falling. Whoosh, like nosediving straight towards the back of this cat's neck. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
It's a D8 since I have a 3 in martial arts.
Let's go.
I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do the Robin Hood double knee pile drive from the top onto this. Not Robin Hood, Robin from Batman, not Robin
Robin
Hood.
from Batman, yeah.
Yes, that.
There you go.
Yes.
Robin could probably get it too.
Sure.
That is a 2.
Nice.
Nice. Go ahead and describe what this looks like.
So as he's dropped, he just, and seeing like all these different like martial artists and like, just imagining, everything that he's learned from the watching them every single day, and he just kind of like balls up and like puts his weight down to his, what he could probably consider knees as a rat, and just like and just like drives it right into that stitched point to just try to just break it.
And we see that freeze frame. The background flashes to that, spiky splat as you see this onomatopoeia snap as something metal inside of its neck breaks, and you roll off of its neck onto the ground and sort of like skid backwards with one hand down and then look up at this thing.
Yes. Blade pose.
Superhero landing? Are you kidding me?
Yes. That's amazing.
That was
It's
sick,
easier
man.
on rat
That was
knees 'cause they're
honestly good on you.
Okay, and that was just you, right? That was not a combo with anyone?
Yeah,
That was just,
All right.
Yeah, I got no effort. for that.
One damage, and this thing is beat up, but it is still going strong.
I guess
Sure.
the movement will be like, since I don't know if that would count if I still have movement, because I just fell.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna write that down. I don't know if we have that in there right now. Thank God we haven't finished editing yet.
Like,
But
He's
yeah,
gonna-
you will still have movement.
yeah, he's gonna just scurry towards the backpack then, and I'm gonna go let my dog back inside because he's wanting back in.
I do.
They do
Are you-
do that, dogs.
I think Sprinkles is giving Tobias. He's like chastising Tobias. Like, if you ever give me that martyr speech bullshit again, mate, I don't want to do this job without you. I'm not going to listen to that.
All right, Golf.
All right. After Darwin is the cat.
Yep.
Broken neck, both on the front and the back now. Its head sort of like lolling to one side, and it looks up, and its eye sort of flashes as it does. And it is going to... He's back just in time. The cat looks up at you, Darwin, having just glanced up at it, its neck hanging by a thread, and it glares at you with a glint in its eye, and it lunges forward with a claw and swipes. Go ahead and make an avoid check, please.
Straight D10, right?
All those movies. Remember Darwin.
Oh no.
Your grandfather Stewart.
Oh
Little.
no.
Oh no.
That is a 9.
Oh no.
The entire party is dangerously low on effort.
Yep.
I have 1 effort left.
0 effort.
As the claw shoots out towards you, it suddenly unretracts, like extends even larger, sharper blades.
Oh,
large
no.
enough to cut you into ribbons. Now, I will remind you that you
To shreds,
can
you say?
help on an avoid check, just like
I want
any
to
other
help.
check.
I don't know. Yeah, I want. I
Yeah.
don't want my
If
little.
I
mate
would.
to
If I had
be-
effort, I would. I do not.
Hudson
All
still
right.
has 2 effort. I as I'm starting to go towards the backpack, like I see this happen, and I'm gonna again go and just sort of flare my wings out in front of this cat to try to make it miss. That takes me from
All right.
2 down to 2 effort to help or 1.
2 effort to help.
I'm at 0 now.
Welcome to the party.
All right, Darwin, you get 1 more die on this.
All right.
Oh my god.
It's a 7.
Oh,
It's a 7.
oh
Hudson,
bud.
you fly right in front of this thing's face and just screech at it, and it is unfazed as a claw comes down right across Darwin. Your wing blocks the camera's view for a moment.
Oh no!
Darwin, you take 3 damage.
Oh
Here
no!
we go. Decision time.
Do we have negatives?
Yeah, like what if he's in a medical coma or like
I'm only have 2 health.
There are no negatives. You are now at 0. At 0 health, you have a decision to make.
Big one.
First option, you fall unconscious. You cannot take turns. It's all the classic unconscious stuff. You can't gain effort. You can still take damage and continue inching closer and closer to death. And you can still be healed if anyone has that ability. When you wake up, you will have a life-threatening wound that will take days to heal at the very least. Or you can take your last stand. You immediately gain 1 effort. All of your attacks deal an extra damage. All of your checks get an extra die. But you cannot be healed. You can only gain effort via the encourage action from your allies. And you lose 1 effort at the end of each of your turns. Damage you take will also reduce your effort instead of your health. And when you reach 0 health, not if, when you reach 0 health and 0 effort, you die. Last stand is an extreme power boost in exchange for certain death.
Ooh.
Don't take it. This thing is all out of character. It's almost dead. And druids, if you emotionally devastate me,
Like Hudson's gonna have a real hard time with this shit.
Um,
Gonna
I'll
go
tell
get
you that
drunk in the
I know the
crow.
choice that I made last time, and it was real fun.
so taking this damage, can I say thematically that since he was on his way to the backpack, that the swipe pushed, like, made him slide right next to the backpack,
Oh, that's adorable.
Yes.
and so
Yes.
disoriented and severely wounded, he looks up at this cat and he sees that it's hurting. That definitely the neck snap and everything was devastating, and he's looking around to his friend, to the cops, though starting out as enemies, have helped him thus far, and he's seeing that how Tobias is wounded, right? Tobias is hurting, and even though it's been his life dream to leave, he gets up and puts on the backpack and charges the cat while also overcharging the backpack to take his last stand.
That's
The
fucking good.
whirring increases.
What you doing,
Shots
mate?
of electricity shoot across the entire room, lighting up in flashes. You have one effort from failing that check and taking damage. You have one effort from choosing to enter your last stand.
Okay, so that brings me up to 3. And hearing Hudson saying, "Hey, Darwin, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm giving you the fire you've always dreamed of."
But we were supposed to watch it together, mate. Outside.
And he just leaps. He's wanting to basically leap into the mouth with the overcharged backpack and just try to get it to detonate.
God damn it, druids.
So this is what
The
the other half looks
scene-
like.
It's rude, honestly.
The scene slows as Darwin makes his final leap towards this abomination, and the camera lingers on Sprinkle. It is your turn.
I want to stop this. If possible, my idea is to take the
Fuck your last
napkin
head.
that Tobias worked, that ripped out, and shoot it. Try to like get it to, whether it's like stomping on it, trying to get that component of it to make the same laser cannon.
This is going to be a multiple turn thing. First, I need a check to figure out how it works. Figure out
Okay.
what the triggering mechanism is.
I'm a hacker, mate. I can do it.
Oh yeah. Oh, is this where we? Oh my god, is this where we like break bread?
This is
Trying to shoot a bloody cat with a laser? I think it might be.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
Listen, I got an idea. He's gonna gesture to the thing that Tobias ripped out. Do you think you can use that?
Well, I was just gonna steal it, but yeah, I can probably figure out how it works. Anything to save Darwin.
All right. I mean, mechanically, Dennis, you tell me how this works. What
Oh my
what
god.
should I
this
be
is
rolling?
crazy.
What should I be doing? This is my last stand for Darwin's last stand in this character, and I refuse to like think for days about how he never got to go outside. So I'm gonna at least try this.
I was
All right.
the nail in the coffin.
Go
Like,
ahead.
oh, I was
Go
like, Darwin's smiling as he's running because he's knowing. Yeah.
If it's a constellation, I think you made the absolute right call.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just like,
But I refuse. We'll see.
Oh, let's go.
All right. I'm going to say this is going to be a check on your own to see if you can figure out how this thing works.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to give through that you'll be able to give Hudson a starting point, and it'll be much easier for him to figure out.
Got it. I mean, I have investigate, which I feel like is appropriate for this.
Yes, I agree.
No doubt.
Oh my god, my blood pressure right now.
Low rolls.
Making me emotionally invested in this character, making me feel emotions.
I
Like
love
full
them.
stuff. All right, here we go.
What? That's the yes! Yes! Yes!
Hell yeah!
Come on.
Go.
Oh my god.
You
Wow.
literally, as you jump off of Tobias and run towards this thing, you see a triggering mechanism on it, and you say, "Push the orange button!" and you just throw it as far as you can.
Kenneth sprinkles his last over here like, oh yeah, that was in calculus too, mate. It's just wrong, mate. No problem, mate.
Right, fine.
I think he definitely there'd be an OI because they're on an OI basis.
Totally an OI basis, yeah.
Mhm.
Press this mechanism, and he's gonna point to.
Now I'm emotional.
And he's gonna give it like. It's
Oh, yeah.
somewhat like Chariots of Fire is playing. He's like, running
Dun 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 dun.
gonna hurl it to Hudson in slow motion.
As you hurl this thing, it is flying through the air, slow motion. Darwin, smiling, resigned to his fate, supercharged backpack has leapt towards the cat. It is amongst this scene that Tobias takes his turn.
What the fuck was this? So much has happened in this round. I started playing Chariots of Fire too in my
Yeah.
headset, and it's fucking
Me too.
perfect.
I'm listening to other music, and Chariots of Fire
Yeah.
won't leave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So just like unsure of like just the escalation path that just happened essentially without him, as he's like essentially trying to like hold his like skin together. And he said it's looking pretty awful, right? He reaches down, grabs the shotgun, and because again, all this is happening like in slow motion. And like here's like what Hudson says, and he, points it at the cat. Hudson, you're wrong. Your friend was already free, and fires.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that is against the rules, but is narratively amazing, and you're going to make your attack roll at the same time that everything else happens.
Great.
Hudson, you're up. You deftly catch this mechanism inside your claws, aim it towards the cat, and pull the trigger.
I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna try as much as I can after I catch it to just fly a tiny bit, so I'm less likely to hit Darwin.
Yeah, and to be clear, I
Okay.
wasn't trying to blow that situation up. That was my just assistant in the triggering of the violence.
Obviously was trying to save Darwin. We must protect Darwin at all costs.
He's just-
Unrepentantly so. I said what I said. I do it again because
I
you're
agree.
invested
I
in.
I looked down at the only coppers I ever had an ounce of respect for. Only coppers ever worth a damn, and I pull the trigger on this little laser trying to down this cat.
Because it is tech you're using, and this the attack that the cat was using is like a monster attack, which is not a roll. You are going to use a hacker check to get this done.
I've got a level 2, rank 2 in hacking. Although rules specifically talk about bypassing security device using D8. So what
This is it
what
is it
kind?
is there are safety mechanisms on here that have to be disengaged first. So
Okay.
yes, this is bypassing
Okay.
security.
Okay. The purple sparkly dice has been doing all right so far. Let's see.
All right, as this attack is happening,
That's a
this
7.
attack happens.
Oh no.
That is a 7.
Oh no.
I need Tobias to also make his attack roll.
What?
He has. He rolled a 2.
Oh, nice! Hell
Yes.
yeah!
But I know that's bad for Hudson now.
As the
Problem.
laser blast from this part ripped out of the cat itself, slow motion, begins to fire. The explosion comes out of the barrel of Tobias's rifle as you see several pieces of shotgun shot spread out towards this cat. Darwin, it is now your turn.
Okay.
You are in your last stand.
So he is honestly not really paying attention to the surroundings because it's for him it's quiet. Probably quiet for the first time that it's ever been because of his keen hearing. And he's more sure about what he's doing than he has been about anything in his life. His very short rat life. And he's tinkering, and as he's running, he's just pushing buttons and readjusting wires and not really sure what's going to happen with the overcharging of this backpack. And he right before he kind of like leaps, he just looks to Hudson and winks and then just jumps straight into the mouth of this cat.
You have 2 wires from the backpack, one in each hand, and they're getting closer together as you get closer to the cat, and sparks start to fly between them. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Darwin!
This be straight 10. All right, I have 2 dice, right? Because of last stand.
Because of last stand.
I didn't sign up for this.
Okay, the first roll is a 5.
Okay.
And the second roll's a 1.
Fucking what? Let's go! What?
Oh my god.
That's what you signed up for.
Yeah, that's what you signed up for.
Wow.
As you go right into the cat's mouth, as its head is slightly tilted to the side, it's only its upper jaw left coming down to slash at you. You plug in the last piece of your backpack, and as the laser and the shotgun shot are all flying towards you, there is a blinding flash, and you hear this as an electrical explosion fills the room. The screen goes entirely white, and it's quiet. It slowly fades back in. You can see pieces of the cat littered about the entire room, One of its eyes over here, its tail over there, a leg by the base of the door, all smoldering. Hudson drops the last piece of it to the ground as it lands with a deafening. All of you swarm Darwin, who lies there, smoldering again. Backpack done. Nothing left of it but straps. You can see Darwin, his eyes open very slightly. He takes a wheezing breath.
Come on, mate. Stop glancing about. Get up. We gotta get out of here.
It looks like I found another way to be free.
No, mate. No, don't say that. No, we're getting out of here. You and me, Hudson and Darwin. We're gonna go break all the lampposts. We didn't say that. Nothing illegal's happening. We're gonna go find out how everything works.
Sprinkles is going to turn his back to this. He feels like this is, with reverence, something that should be private.
Well, I guess we did blow something up together, huh?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we sure did. And this lab's next while we're on our way out, right? You're coming with me, mate.
I don't think I can.
No, don't say that. Look, one of you tossers got like a bandage or something. Don't you have like? Don't you? If you call an ambulance, like, won't they come quicker for you lot or something?
Question:
Hudson,
is there a window in this room?
No. Wait. Yes. Yes, there is. We established that earlier.
Hudson,
I punch a hole through the window.
let me at least.
Glass shatters outwards.
I walk over to Darwin. Let's get you outside.
That would be really nice.
I'm going to somberly crawl up
gonna-
Tobias's bag.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna try to pick Darwin up as gently as my little raven claws can, and put him on.
And yeah, I don't even feel it. Adrenaline's still going. Like whatever the glass, like I just make it happen. And I assume like on the roof, because on the second floor, I head to the roof.
With Darwin in tow.
Absolutely.
You get up to the roof. You find that window that leads out to more roof, and you climb out of it. Being very careful, you slip a little bit because the tiles are still slick from the rain.
And I have the clumsy thingy, so
Do not.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the laser as I follow them.
more things change, the more they stay the same.
I am a kleptomaniac at heart. Hudson is.
Darwin like grabs a piece of gizmo as he's being carried
up. I think like Tobias will kind of look around and because it's still nighttime, right? Or this it was raining early. Is it still raining?
The rain has stopped, and the clouds, the thick, dark clouds, are parting to show the first reddish-orange glows of sunrise.
Yeah, I'll make sure that like Darwin is facing that way.
Yeah, mate,
And
we got you out, and you can see.
He just kind of backs up.
Never seen the sunrise before.
Oh, this is just the first one, mate. First one. We got many more ahead of us, right?
Yeah, Hudson. we'll watch a lot of sunrises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we're gonna watch them, and then we'll, you know, make them a little, maybe a little brighter by blowing up this whole bloody lab.
Yeah, I was against it at first, but I think you were right about a lot of things, Hudson. I'm sorry I didn't really believe you. I guess I wanted to believe that things were good.
I mean, nah, mate, no, you ain't nothing to be sorry for. Just you know, hop on old Tobias again. We'll go get you all fixed up, and this will be just the first one of the sunrises we get to see.
I would really like that. But hey, Hudson, you know, did you see the fire that I made?
I did, Darwin, I did. That
Yeah,
was the best bloody fire I seen.
I think
Yeah.
I wish I got to really see how those lights worked. But I'm just so tired.
That's all right, mate. You just take a little nap, and we're gonna go get you to the hospital. And when you wake up, it's gonna be another sunrise, and not from behind your cage, and not in this bloody lab. And we're gonna go figure out how all the lights work, how the sewer works, all of it, mate, all of it.
Yeah. Why don't you find that out for me?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. You just you take your little nap, and we'll get you over to the hospital.
Yeah, I think
You're gonna be fine, mate. You're gonna be just fine.
yeah. You were a good friend, Hudson.
Me, nah, mate. You're the friend. You showed me all this bloody ingenious stuff, and you build all these sort of amazing things. You're a great friend.
He just kind of collapses into Hudson's wings and takes his last breath and falls limp.
Oh, Dennis, you're muted.
The light leaves Darwin's eyes, and his chest compresses as he breathes his last.
Critter, I think you might be muted. Or at least I can't
Am
hear
I?
you.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
wait.
hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Is that any better?
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna-
black, man.
I'm gonna give a big old sniff, and I put Darwin down very gently, and I'm gonna turn back to the coppers, and Hudson's eyes are like red, almost bloody mad. And I'm gonna look at these two, look, you know, up at Tobias and down at Sprinkles. I'm gonna burn this bloody place to the ground, and I don't care if you got to drag me in. Just wait till I'm done.
It'll
I
go.
think Sprinkles is gonna have like a really somber moment because again, I think like on a meta level, there are like parallels between these two characters, like both
For sure.
there's like an irreverence, and Sprinkles is gonna turn to Tobias and he's gonna say, "You know what? You're my best mate, and that promotion that you've been after, I think you just got it, buddy." And he's gonna take off the badge that he's had pinned. and he's gonna give it this tiny little badge to Tobias.
I think like there's just like of several seconds of just like processing and shock and like all the things that have happened is like the adrenaline of like the situation finally comes down. So I appreciate that, Gov. I think if you decide that you're going to put in your papers, I won't stand in the way. But I was wondering, and he's kind of looking at Hudson. I was kind of wondering if perhaps we perhaps found remnants of this strange creature, but nobody else. We didn't find anybody else. Just certainly still an investigation on the initial experimentation, but certainly there are other places. Does that
Mhm.
sound about right, Gov?
Sounds good to me. And he's going to turn to Tobias. He's like, "You'll always be my best mate. It's not like I'm moving. Still going to come over. We can still go to the pub on Saturdays and get a
Oh, okay.
pint."
I didn't after everything that's happened. I didn't know. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah,
And
see the
he's going
misses and all that.
to Hudson. He's like, "Oi, what's this about burning this building down?"
Oh, I don't know, mate. You leave a few little sort of packages around, and then who's to say what happens when the flammable material comes into contact with an open flame like one of them Bunsen burners down there?
Hmm. So interesting theoretical.
No, purely theoretical, mate, in that I'm about to theorize and then I'm gonna do it.
Hmm.
Is there
I'm
anything
with
that you
you,
want
mate.
us to do for Darwin?
Now, he
For
was telling
Darwin.
me about these sort of ancient warriors, like, and you sort of burn them and you send them off to their what's it, people in the sky. And I reckon that might be about as good as I could do for me, mate. And I'm gonna sort of start like trying to grab some sticks and twigs and build a little pyre for
Hmm.
Darwin, and try to
The
try to place it near like, and I'm hoping I can use my explosives crafting to sort of know like up on the roof if there's a vent or a place if I started a fire that it would spread to the building from the roof.
Sprinkles is
as you
helping.
begin as you begin putting all of this together, the three of you working together, there's a glint in Hudson's eye, and you're not sure whether it's mischievous or a tear. Flash forward, been a few years.
Oh shit!
Sprinkles has retired. Tobias is now the leader on the force. And the three of you are dressed in your best as you come to this charred, blackened, square plot of land. Each of you carrying a single flower.
Time of year again.
It's good to see you lot.
Indeed. How's the missus? If you got one.
No, I'm living my best life, mate. You know that. Bachelor for life, this one.
And if you, Hudson, how about you?
Now, marriage is a sort of institution of the government to control, mate. So I got a bird I've been seeing. It's actually a sparrow.
Oh,
You'd be
really?
surprised. I'm just thinking if we do have chicks, they're gonna have just the most gorgeous plumage with sort of my raven darkness and her sort of brown spotted spend. Anyway, yeah, she's all right enough.
Thinking
Hey.
about kids, are we? Is that right?
You know, as long as we can keep them out of the sort of, you know, we ain't gonna have, they're not gonna have any sort of social security numbers or any sort of way of tracking them. Like, we ain't even gonna go for a birth certificate, mate. We're gonna have them at home, so no government is involved.
As
As
expected.
the conversation continues.
One sec.
Go ahead.
Speaking of kids and missus,
You got some puppies, mate.
And you kept them, you dirty dog.
it just got through all the tests and everything. You think my firstborn being named after Darwin would be too much?
No, mate, I think that's perfect.
Hudson fully turns away and just got something in my eye, mate. Just got something in my eye.
Well, you know the dust and the onions over here, yeah?
I'm gonna put a little hamster arm on the back of Hudson's arm, and then if I can, I want to pull out like a human-sized blunt.
Yes.
For fucking Darwin, mates.
Sorry to interrupt, Dennis. I had to drop that bomb first.
By the way, guys, things are great up here.
As Hudson uses his explosive knowledge to light some another pyre, if you will, we will fade out to black and roll credits on our game of Sagas tonight.
Amazing.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
Wow.
What the fuck? Hey,
Why are you making me feel things?
hey, I want everybody to know just really fast. I've played Sagas twice. And I have, last time I was the honoree of The Last Stand. And now I got to witness The Last Stand. So I'm officially retired from Sagas because I'm completing the narrative.
I loved it. I'm a huge fan of systems where the mechanics are not only like do they not like obstruct the narrative, but they
nailed
assist.
it.
They help
100%.
like take it and elevate it into something. And it's how like I'm feeling actual emotions about this fictional rat like trying to jump in. Like the whole thing was pitch perfect. I think Dennis, you did a great job kind of leading the ship, and it was really fun.
Thank you,
and
Dennis.
Critter, thank you for being a fun season partner and letting my
oh my god, it was amazing.
I love that whole rapport.
It was so good.
Thank you. Thank you for making my first time getting to stream a game so much fun.
Oh my god, I forgot that was your first time.
Oh,
I
was your first time?
forgot. I forgot about that. You didn't say that.
There we go.
I was
bring that fool under your cast, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
I am very available. I would love to play with more people.
Yeah. I would also love to play with more people. This
hire all these fools.
It's been since 2021 since I've done a live stream show. So
no shit, really?
No way.
Whoa,
yeah, me too.
Coming back with a bang.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh. Who was expecting to feel things when we talk about an anarchist kleptomaniac crow and like this motley crew?
Not like this.
I know, and like a lab
big
rat.
Props, man. Yeah, huge props. That was not only like that was a wonderful mechanical move and just like such a brilliant addition to this narrative. Thank you.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a lot of fun.
Dying, but still had the wherewithal and vigor to still like steal something.
That was fucking hilarious.
Of course.
Whatever. I'm taking this outside. Fuck you guys.
That was it was fun playing off of you, Duval, with Tobias and like Sprinkles having this like established friendship that kind of remains like moored and anchored throughout. We didn't hit like any of the like third act tropes where it's like, well, I temporarily don't like you for a convenient amount of time.
Dude.
Nah, man. Loyal to the
No,
soil,
I've hated
dog.
you the whole
The
time.
whole time. Loyal to
No.
the soil.
Oh man, like
That's fun.
I'm sad the flash bomb didn't go as according to plan, but
That
you know.
was so. I love it. We went to break and then get back and it was like, dink.
Yep. we built it up. We built it up.
Oh, it was perfect. I think it was great.
I
Because
just
we would
love
have a different
this-
ending.
I love this is like
Yeah.
another prime example of the dice decide the story that
100%.
Oh, yeah.
to be told.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
Hudson is not a fighter, as I think we have seen for
Oh,
sure. But like,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I built Darwin to be the fighter, and he went out like a fighter. Yeah,
Like a fighter.
So,
Totally.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
Super.
I loved, yeah, all your characters were amazing. Honest,
back action.
Hudson, to be honest, like the anarchist was just perfect. And,
Yes, the
like,
rapport that you two had was really, really
Was
good
really
as well.
awesome.
The
Yeah.
relationship of like push and pull, and I love like the naivete of Darwin to like this really. I mean, I think that like there are probably people who live in the world that probably would have like at that time issues unpacking the complexities of
Certainly.
what Hudson is saying. So
Yeah.
the idea of someone who's never been outside, who has no idea what the proletariat is, who has no
Yeah.
like connection to any of this, like being like,
yeah, all right.
That's the only thing that like this is a good storytelling mechanism by accident, but like the fact that like Darwin and Tobias never got to like match their like naivete together, I think is
I
like
know.
really fascinating.
Mm,
Yeah,
It's really fascinating.
That-
yeah.
I, you know, the one, you know, Tobias and Darwin never really got to like truly interact.
Mhm.
So it, but you know, he saw that you were hurting, and you know, he didn't want any more to be hurt. Yeah. So
You
yeah.
out-sacrificed me.
No, I was like, oh,
I was
What
trying to go
up?
for 2 for 2 last dance. And you knocked it out.
Nope. My last stands, my spotlight.
and you did a phenomenal job, really
Yeah.
kind of setting the stage.
No, you
I
did.
think that like the language that you use and the pacing and the way that you described it was really illustrative, so that it felt
Mhm.
like these final moments were like kind of fully
Oh, it
realized.
felt great.
You
Dude.
know, it was really, really easy to like, you know, it was very,
To
very
tear up 4 times.
De-
I did. That's what happened. That's what I did.
yeah, Dennis.
I would not
I
have
knew
been
you
able
were
to
okay with
do
me trying to
something.
like stop your last stand. I was like
No,
making
no,
me
of
desperate.
course.
I'm like, we must protect Darwin
Yeah.
Yeah.
at any cost.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that you are very much in like the rule of cool and like broke your own rules just for the narrative, which I really appreciate and love, because it's, you know, storytelling is collaborative, and like we all
Totally.
work together to do this, and
100%.
Mhm.
just everything was a lot of fun, and thank you
Just
for
say
See
that.
everything.
Just
Yeah,
the everything.
the
What's my
everything.
favorite part? Just the everything. That's
the
my favorite
everything was my my favorite. Like
Everything was amazing.
yeah,
And Dennis, I want to commend you as well for like the double track beginning narrative, and I felt like
Feeling
both
like brave
both
enough,
of them
yeah.
made sense,
Mhm.
interacted and
sense.
affected each other peripherally and then directly, and I feel
Perfect.
like we had a very good balance of like time spent on each scene, which is
Totally.
not easy.
no, yeah,
Very
That
was
would
fantastic.
not have worked at all if I didn't have like you 4 as a cast, because the development that your characters had with each other, both coming in with like being okay with coming in with like existing relationships,
Yeah.
and then being able to develop them further through the narrative and then meet each other, it would not have worked with like almost anybody else. So you 4 are all stars. Thank you for
Hey.
helping me make this work
Let's
so
go.
well.
This
Oh
is-
gosh.
This is one of the more emotional TTRPG experiences I had. Like watching Darwin die made me want to flip every table and like attune my like
I-
why
I'm gonna drop
making me
another.
feel like even a solitary emotion, and I don't like it. But
I
it was brilliant.
love
I think
it.
that speaks to like the depth of like of quality in the storytelling, and it was
just
so,
a
like
one-shot.
emotionally
Crazy.
talkative.
I will say this
Mhm.
too, And this might be surprising given how long I've played TTRPGs, but this was actually my very first character death.
Yeah!
I'm playing so many firsts happening right now.
Yes. Like, I've never had a character
I
die.
survive a SAGAS One Shot.
It is a good milestone, but I just feel weird celebrating that because of my irrational emotional connection to this fictional realm.
Hey, here's the thing: you're just explaining good TTRPGs. Honestly, that's it.
Yeah,
I heard. I don't know if we're trying to get out of here or not, but like I heard early on in my TTRPG career, I don't know, that like these moments live in the same places that your memories do. So what happens, why it's so emotional is because it did happen to you in some aspect of like your reality. So like never feel like you have to apologize for feeling the way that you feel. Like, oh, it was because it was a pretend rat. No, dude, it was a real fucking rat with a real fucking dog and a real crow and a fucking real hamster.
Yeah.
It happened.
Point. I think that you just touched on something that I think is like why there are parts of the role-playing space that are kind of like you cannot replicate. Like being in that situation, seeing like this character that I was invested in like about to die, and so many other means of like fiction, that is something that maybe I had a dialogue choice about. Maybe I am just completely passively like watching in an existing narrative in TV, but being willing, especially to work with like a character, I thought that was great. That it was like Hudson that I had to work with to get this to work. After all of that,
you can't write shit like that, man. Like it had to be earned.
So good.
If there's any animators out there that
yo, I'll put some money in right motherfucking now. Let's
like
go.
This
God, that final scene with all three of these like Hail Mary.
Such a good move, Dennis.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming at all.
That was so good.
I thought in my head I was about to go back to the shop and be like, "What happens? What happened? Nothing." As I'm like bleeding out. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely gonna grieve Darwin. Rip Darwin. He did get
Darwin.
outside. If he didn't get outside, I don't
That's
know.
why I had to break the law.
Yeah, that was good.
I had the opportunity to play with you all at like a different table.
Oh, for sure.
Literally let me know you all were like a
100%.
dream to work with and bounce off of. And
Damn. Yeah.
so fun. Such a good time.
Yeah.
Well, hope y'all had fun watching over there.
Yes.
You guys.
Yeah.
Tell us, like, if you're paying attention, tell us your favorite parts too. While we're sitting here talking.
I forgot that we were still here with all
this. No, we're just gushing over each other.
Like, we're commiserating. We're mourning. We're having a good time.
We're giving each other compliments and like
I am like considering like I've got a lot of shit going on like content creation wise, but I think this game pushed me over the edge on a decision I've been waiting on for a while, and that is starting a new series over on my YouTube channel called like GM Reflections or something, where I rewatch games I've run.
I thought about this too.
Walk people through what my thought process is and critique myself. Like, was this a good decision? How did I come to this decision? You know, stuff like that, because I don't see like any of that anywhere. And even before I started content creation, that's something I wanted to see. So
you can cut it up.
I'm going to do that for this one first.
Fuck yeah.
This was fucking phenomenal.
It was so good.
I think that like the idea of, especially with your goal about being like making the mistakes and kind of showing folks that like, you know, you don't have to. I think like going through in real time and examining those things really gives people that especially folks who need like a working example. And like you said, I can't think of content like that. So I think that's a really worthwhile.
A great idea. For sure. Don't steal it. Don't steal it. I see you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no. Imaginary person. Okay.
Invisible Gerald, I see you.
Hey, there's a reason that the tagline is, "Hi, welcome to OKSDM, where I make mistakes running games, so you don't have to."
Bring it back around. Let's go.
I think it is about that time
Because
doing?
we're gonna stay here another hour.
Yeah, we go. We
I love
we'd
you.
stay
No,
here
I
for
love you.
3 more
No,
hours.
I love you.
You were great.
So-
you were great.
No, you
In-
were great. You were
They're
breathtaking.
Midwesterners. Midwesterners.
I'm a Florida.
Yeah.
So I'm over here in Florida. I'm in Florida.
So in good
Popsicle.
Twitch, courtesy, we should raid out to someone.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's a
I
bunch
ha-
of people on.
I have a friend of
There
mine
are.
that's making a Gundam right now.
Sure.
If we want to go say hi to him.
Totally.
Wait,
Yeah,
who is it?
His name is Bunny Defender. He's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Oh no, he's a guy here. Well, watch some VOD. It's real good. I promise.
Unless we have another TTRPG that's going right now.
There's a few. Total Party Chill's on. Blackwater D&D's on.
So,
High Shelf Collective, Arclight Court, Lost Caravan.
Well, and no, yes. Perfect.
I've heard ADHD Druids is okay. They're
Yeah,
on-
you know, it's,
we're all right.
All right.
take it or leave it. You
I've
know?
been in chat before. It's pretty chill. I think he's a pretty.
he's not. I hear he's kind of a jackass sometimes.
Only when he just makes an amazing character and then tugs our heartstrings. By
And then blows him up.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And just his final speeches and moments, like after you saw the finality that he had like settled on this, that there was no going back. Everything that you said and done felt like a personal emotional attack.
All right, I need you to donate to my Ko-fi.
Yeah.
Make my dead heart feel something. But no, it was phenomenal. It was so good. It was so
good.
sad.
All right. So who do we want to raid? Let's do we want to do another TTRPG? Show us some love.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Pick one.
Total Party Chill.
Total Party Chill.
Yeah.
All right, let me get them. Yeah, I have an ad with them right now.
No worries.
All right.
Amazing.
But while you're figuring that out, you should follow all of us on the internet because we
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yes.
We do all
We
do
do cool
things.
stuff.
Definitely. Every fall. If you guys did enjoy this, this is not something that I normally do on my channel, but this is something I used to do back in 2020, 2021. It's
You should have a
been
renaissance.
so I definitely want to continue doing either one shots or I don't know about a campaign just yet, but I'm also a DM too, so I would love to do some things with you all at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do enjoy this, please, support all of us here. Support Duval and the Roll Report podcast. The Roll.
Thank you.
Words are hard.
It's
Yes, words are hard.
wording English
Yes.
much.
Do vampire. Gosh, all right. Someone else take over the talking right now because I can't.
It is. It's
Like,
past sundown on
together,
Monday
where-
night.
Yeah.
You are forgiven.
So emotionally exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, you're forgiven. Like intellectually.
Yeah, I like to remind you that you died.
I did die. Yes. All right. Well,
Burn that you feel
Sure
after you
enough.
go to gym, like you're tired, you might be a little bit sore or hurt. I wouldn't
Yeah.
know personally. But
Right.
you're
Yeah.
tired, you're sore.
all right.
But it's from
Someone that died
something
last
that-
time. I
that
get
was
it.
good.
We are initiating that raid, so we have the
Great.
countdown to go. But thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate all
Good
of you for
night.
watching and
Thank
hanging
you
out
so
with us.
much.
You are amazing, and look for more things in the future for sure. Take care. Good
R.I.P.
night.
Darwin.
Bye, Pete Darwin.
Bye,
Big RIP to Darwin.
and we're out.